recording. All right. Well, welcome, gentlemen, back to Torchbearer Session 2.
We are here.
All right. So before we begin, really quickly, let me reset things. So just a reminder, everyone who might be watching this is our Sunday crew. We are not joined this week by Tane the Untrusting, played by our wonderful and illustrious GM Scott. He's on a real vacation. So it's going to be down to 4 people. Although I will say one of the nice things about Torchbearer, as far as I could tell, is it scales pretty well with the number of people. Because for example, if you had 3 people in your party and you generated 9 disposition, you would just have each person would have 3 hit points, in a conflict. And so sure, you might lose out like on a helping die, but because you can only take 1 action per turn of the grind, it scales pretty well. But
those helping dice are not nothing.
They are not nothing. And of course, Tane was also your mage, scholar, cartographer, lore master, all that other stuff. Although as the elf, you got a little bit of that. So
I can't wait till he comes back and we're all dead.
So we will cover that. However, since this is the start of our not first session, we have gathered the crew. It is time to start with our prologue, in which one player recounts the events of the previous session. If the group is satisfied and well reminded by this prologue, the player who recounted the prologue may alleviate 1 condition in recovery order. So hungry and thirsty first, if you have that, then angry, then afraid, and then exhausted. But you can't recover injury or sick. If you have no conditions, you can restore a point of your nature that is taxed. That's the first number before the slash. And if you have no tax and no conditions, you can reduce your immortal burden by 1. Or memorize a first circle spell. And if no one has any conditions or tax, the game master has been too nice.
I was like, me or Herbert. Yeah. I got 1 and you have 1.
Yeah.
And a player cannot deliver the prologue 2 sessions in a row. Share the spotlight. Yeah. So even giving the prologue is a bit of a metagame decision.
I mean, that's what I'm seeing.
Of course, you have to do a good job.
Amos is also a burden, correct?
Correct. Amos does also have a mortal burden.
So that is something to consider too.
He can get rid of the mortal burden?
Yeah.
Yes,
I can lower my immortal burden.
He can lower his immortal burden.
I think that's a better... I want him to cast light more often.
Okay.
But yeah, I think between the 3 of you guys.
You're fine over there, but I would go with Amos because I think that that burden is a lot more taxing than I would say us just being exhausted. Because isn't it as long as one of us is exhausted, it's all
correct.
Yeah,
correct.
So, for disposition, yeah.
However,
so it doesn't matter.
Well, yes, but also remember that when you're exhausted, you don't get to use your instinct for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to keep looking around in these parts.
Well, before you say that, remember after we give the prologue, we'll sort of set the tone, and then you guys will have an opportunity. You will definitely want to set a new goal potentially, but then you also have the opportunity to discuss how maybe your instincts and beliefs have changed a little bit since last time, and you can update those as well.
It pretty much comes down to, I think the light spell would benefit us more than the instincts.
Right. You're assuming that Boothby's going to pass that test too, which is...
Well, he better if he's making the prologue. Come on.
I have all the
no pressure.
Right.
I was very lucky last time to not have any side effects.
Right.
We'll be lucky again.
I want to see some of the side effects. So...
All right. Well, pick somebody to...
Amos.
Boothby, you are technically still the party leader, right?
I was never part of the other GM Scott.
Oh, it was GM Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Okay, so what happened was the party leader looks around, goes, "Screw these people, I'm out," and he friggin' just left us.
I am going to describe what happened to Tane, but yes. Well, in that case, you guys need a new party leader.
Roll a die. High die is it?
What are the benefits in the party leader again?
None, but you are ultimately the one who gets to break ties and make the final decision about what the group does.
I mean, I guess I don't mind being the party leader. I could do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a dictatorship, but...
Yeah.
Bob, you are party leader.
All right, Bob.
Excellent.
All right, Bob.
Your vote of confidence.
Who's giving the prologue? Well, number one, Amos. Sounds like you're giving the prologue.
My first act as leader. Tell me what happened last week.
Right, because nobody remembers.
Yeah.
All right, Amos. All right, Boothby.
So, once upon a time, the 5 of us, brave band of penniless scrubs, came together to the ruins of Tol Amroth, the first foundation, an ancient elven site created 1,000 years ago. Recently opened through to a massive earthquake that shook the earth, knocking over one of the great white pillars aside, leaving a hole in the ground, into which apparently a young shepherd boy has fallen and has not returned. Sights of other monsters and footprints have been seen in the area, as well as a potential black unicorn, which we have not seen any sign of. We descended via skillfully tied rope into the depths, but our dwarf Erber failed to heed the counsel of Karanlas the elf, and we all climbed onto the rope together, snapping it with our weight.
That was a halfling's fault.
Depositing us into the darker, deeper depths of Tol Amroth, where I saved the entire party through the use of the powers of light from the gods of fire, calling upon them to light our passage before we were beset by 4 undead skeletons that were coming to end our lives. We bravely retrograded progress out of the area,
ran away
into a maze of tunnels where we both got ourselves lost and lost our skeleton pursuers. Finding ourselves in a further unknown area of the dungeon, covered in great spider webs. We poked around, found a corpse, looted it of some stacks of silver coins. Weighting our pockets down, we then, with Karanlas' help, found a safe side passage in which we were able to semi-fortify to rest for the night. Awakening to find Tane the Untrusting no longer in our camp.
That's correct.
With the map.
You get
recap.
All right, great recap. So Amos, go ahead, and you don't have any conditions and you don't have any tax nature, so you can go ahead and reduce your immortal burden by 1. Which I think is it still above your Erder?
It is tied with my Erder.
So then you're fine. You're no longer having any stigmata. But I mean, fine, relatively speaking. But
right.
So okay, great. Yeah. So when you wake in the morning, or I should say in the morning, you were able to get a few hours of rest and recovery. You get a small fire going. Sadak is able to feed the group. You recover from some of the weariness, anger and exhaustion, which has sort of been building up in you. Although Erber and Karanlas still wear the signs of weariness on their brow. And as you kind of doze off, or at least attempt to doze off, during the short period, maybe again 3-4 hours that you're here, Tane takes one of his torches, lights it in the small campfire, and says he seems frustrated by his lack of ability to get the map together. He goes, "There was just a couple turns there. I don't think I trust you all. I'm just gonna go take a quick look and I'll figure it out." And so he, goes off and never returns. Of course, there's some debate about whether or not you should go and look for him in these twisting ancient halls, but it is possible that Tane, your companion, but not your companion for that long, may have been undone by his pride and has, fallen to some sticky end in the depths of the labyrinthine halls of Tol Amroth. However, you also were separated from Karanlas and eventually refound him, so perhaps not all hope is lost. Still, as your camp breaks, you find yourself once again in the so we're out of camp and now we're back into the web-strewn hallway.
I love how you said sticky end while we're in a web-strewn hallway.
I know. I thought that was a little Foreshadowing.
Maybe. And and you find yourself, so basically we're back in the adventuring phase. So right now there is no torches going, so technically it is pitch black, but don't worry about that like too much right now, because first things that we want to do is as we start the session off in the beginning of an adventuring phase, with the just as a quick recap, Karan Las currently is exhausted and has 3 points of fate and 1 persona point. Sadok is cleared of all conditions, having never received one of them. I think you never got exhausted, right? So Sadok is sitting on 4 fate points and 1 persona point. Amos, the group's Theurge, is sitting on 3 persona points. 3 fate points and 1 persona point. And Erber has 2 fate points and no persona points. So that's kind of the group, and is also exhausted. So Erber and Karan Las are going to currently, not only do they give a group -1 success to disposition rolls, but they are also going to not be able to use their instinct for free. You can still use it, but it'll cost a turn. Now, that being said, at the start of the session, you find yourself back in the web-strewn hallways, still lost in Tol Amroth, and still not quite sure where you're going or what you're doing. Obviously, you came here for treasures and glory. However, now you find yourselves with another sort of sticky situation where you find yourself in all these webs, and also no clear way to get out. So with that in mind, why don't you guys go ahead and set your goals for the session. And additionally, remember, a goal should be smart. If you're continuing from a previous adventure, which you are, you can change or modify your goals as you see fit. And you should be encouraged to change after I describe the obstacles in front of your characters that's going on. Now, goals shouldn't be automatic, and nor should they be super long-term ambitions or dreams. They should be fairly specific, something that we can easily attain, something that is measurable, either you did it or you didn't do it, something that is reasonable that you could do in a session or two, as well as timely, something that's pressing, on you right now. And then additionally, if something transpired last session that is going to make your player character think or behave differently about their philosophy or their methods, you can modify their belief and instinct to reflect this new perspective. Okay?
That's the only thing, guys, I'm thinking about. My goal last time was to find information on the black unicorn. I don't even know if I should keep that. It just seems like a lost cause. Unless I really start digging into it, I don't know if one of us or any of us should start thinking about like a goal of trying to get out of here, like or getting up. Like I was going up level.
Well, you also should discuss as a group what is it that you're trying to do this session.
My goal from last time is to rescue Kurt, the missing shepherd boy.
Oh, that's what his name's, Kurt.
But right now we are in direr straits ourselves, and I was debating changing that to shepherding my flock to a means of egress out of this foul place.
Well, how are we at a and like how are we in bad? We have food, we have water
for now,
and we don't know where we are in the dungeon.
I would like to.
I know where we're at. We're in a tunnel with cobwebs. I mean,
I would like to know where this tunnel of cobwebs leads, and particularly try and get us a way out so that we can continue to delve with some sort of safety.
Interesting. So you want to go deeper?
I do too.
No, I want to go
not necessarily deeper. But we need to find some means of finding out where we are into relation to a way out.
Mm-hmm. Right, and remember,
right now we don't have any path back to where we were.
Remember, if multiple people choose the same goal and you achieve it, only one of you gets the persona award for achieving it.
I guess. Do you still want to rescue Kurt? Because
ultimately, yes.
I'm just saying.
Changing your goal is also telling. Well, changing your goal is also telling us something about your character, in a certain sense, as well.
Yeah, I mean, if so yeah, is the group's goal to not even bother finding a way out and go deeper?
No, I think for sure we should be finding a way out. I just don't know if all three of us should make that goal.
No, we should. No. Yeah. But I mean, if someone else wants the find a way out goal, I will maintain.
Ryan, what was yours last time?
Mine is I want to impress my team with my cleverness, and we decided that I did not complete that, but I at least made an effort towards it, so I got
Gotcha.
partial. And I think I could continue to do that, but I don't necessarily know if I need to figure out ways to do that to complete it.
I would think
But
to complete that, you would need to do something that was like, everyone's like, "Oh, that's amazing!
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
idea!"
Right.
And then it also ends up like saving the group, right?
Right,
And it
yeah.
really makes a big breakthrough or something like that. That would probably be what
Yeah.
you would need to qualify to complete that goal.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if this is kind of a little too on the nose, but would a goal be to like help my party members with their efforts? Or is that just like, oh, nah.
Yeah, so that's not really. I mean, the one clear ways to think about the goal is a goal is usually something that's going to require you to have to take some sort of discrete, concrete action of risk.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like helping my party members, it's not very specific. Like, does that mean I'm going to help them a lot? Well, everyone's doing that. You know what I mean? That's kind of
exactly.
Well, I don't like the reason I'm going to bring this up because I don't know whether the Black Unicorn is even worth having as a goal. Though, if we fill out the goals that we need, I think that I would keep it. I do like Boothby having the Kurt one still, especially if that's something he's looking forward to. But one of us for sure needs to have one of getting out of here or finding a path out.
I think that the best thing we can do is try and establish a safe way in and out.
Yes.
So that we always have that, and then we can go deeper if we need to. But the first thing is to get out. So would a goal then be that we kind of echo to get out? Is the goal is to get out?
Yeah, I mean the goal could
be to learn to.
I mean the goal could be to get back out of the dungeon.
Yeah.
I mean that's a goal. I mean it's
Yeah,
very
and not even get out, but find the way out.
Yeah.
We don't. The goal doesn't have to necessarily be we leave.
Yeah, sure.
It's just we need to get back to where we could leave if we wanted.
Yeah, right now we cannot find our way out.
Right now we're completely lost.
Now, would a goal need to be more specific than I want to know more about this dungeon?
Yeah, that would need to be more specific. Yeah, for sure.
At that point, you're probably looking at one of the rumors we heard about what's in this
right.
dungeon.
If
The dagger or the magic harp.
It could also be, like you said, internalized to the group, like, or to yourself, right? Like, so you could be like, I will, blank, 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 I will do this thing and I will like take a great risk, or I will do this, whatever action or something like that. Kind of like yours was last time.
For me, like Herbert doesn't really want to leave. He's down here for money.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to gain money and that will allow him to sustain until he can find the people that stole until he can find the guy that stole his stuff. So the longer he's down here, as long as we have the food and water and wine and health to stay down here, he doesn't really care.
Well,
now the more stuff, the better for him.
Well, Mr. Dwarf, we're gonna have to go through a lot of the dungeon to get out.
We could probably just walk through that door and
probably
there's the exit.
plenties of. Well, then if that's the case, then we find our way out, and then we can go back in deeper. But I think we're gonna have to go explore a lot, and that's potential for treasure to do on the way. I think
All right, Ryan, do you want it or do you want me to have it?
You should take it.
All right, I am going to take a goal, Derek, of our Mr. Game Master of finding a way out of the dungeon.
Yep. Okay.
Herbert's gonna change his belief a little bit, because before it was, you should always like make the best deal, but he realizes you need money, you need items to sell before you can make a deal.
Okay.
So he's going to change his belief to you should always be looking for treasure to take. That you should, and then he also wants to change his instinct, because mostly he was focused on getting back to town with treasure, realizing it's not that easy to get treasure. So his instinct is going, and we can rephrase this however you want it to be rephrased. We'll always scavenge when it's safe for him to. So if we're like walking into different rooms and there's no skeletons trying to chop our heads off, I'm like, I'm gonna take a few minutes to like see what I can find.
Yeah, that's reasonable. I mean, the key with a instinct is it has to have a trigger, but it also has to have a condition. It can't be universal. So,
Right.
To your point about, when you have a moment in time to, safely look around, that's fine. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, right now you're exhausted. So if that does happen, it's still going to take you a turn. But
No, I get that, but I just wanted to like cement that so we're all.
And then for the belief, so your belief is that what you need money.
Yeah, my belief is I need to find stuff to sell.
Okay, so I would strict. So say that it more as like a belief. Like, so would you say something like, is treasure? Do you believe that treasure is more important than your safety? Do you think treasure is more important than your party members? Do you think the treasure is more important than you making it out of here? That kind of like, what do you believe?
Yeah, I like treasure's more right now. For him, treasure's more important than him making it. Leaving right now. I mean, I don't want to say like he should not leave empty-handed.
Okay, I believe I should not leave empty-handed. That's totally acceptable. Yeah, that's totally great. Yep.
And then to the party, my belief was that I don't need anyone's help, especially not Saturday party elf.
Vess,
which Derek should recap just what their experience, at least with the well, was. Is kind of funny, but I think I kind of like that. I still haven't changed from being a loner yet. I feel like it could be coming as we bond as a group, but right now he's still pretty much a loner. And then I do still like to always look ahead when exploring a new area. Obviously, I just can't use it at this exact moment, so I don't think I'm going to change those.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I don't know if any of you guys heard the Saturday group looked down the well and they saw like a broken rope. Like, something happened here.
That's funny. Yeah, I want to watch their stuff, but I want to watch it like several episodes.
Wait a couple episodes. Okay.
I haven't watched it, but I just saw like the first sentence, like they noticed that there was a rope that was broken. And I was like, okay, that's good. That's good stuff.
So my goal is overall, Sadok, I believe wants to really prove to himself, but also to the people he's with, that he's of value. I mean, I think there's an opinion of a hobbit. They may have known him from the tavern with his family. And also he has his rival brother that doesn't even seem to consider him as a rival at all. But
correct.
So I want to impress. Is that I want to prove my value? Is that too vague?
What are we doing here? A goal?
The goal.
It's a little vague because like what does that mean? Because like if you were to put down a for your job and you're like, I want to prove my worth to this company. Like, what is that? Okay, well, by doing what? By how?
Right. Well, if we had a bunch of corporate work stuff recently, and it was just only buzzwords. So I think a company would love that.
All right. So you're all right. Your goal is to promote synergy. Your goal is to leverage synergy. Yeah.
Leverage is the most word.
I'm gonna keep my goal. I think I'll just have to. He's just gonna be looking for ways
be
to
creative.
do something daring. Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff.
And Amos, will you then keep Kurt as a goal?
Yes.
Okay. So it's something we should look forward to, is try to find him too.
Right.
Find
maybe
the
tracks
boy.
of him.
Right.
Well, my question is this: he fell down. I mean, if he fell down that pit, he fell 150 feet, and we haven't seen blood.
Might not have.
We fell all the way down.
Yeah.
There was a lesser fall or lesser climb he could have made.
No, I get that. So did he climb down or fall down?
We don't know.
We don't know. He's missing.
So he must. I mean,
he is the big bad evil guy this whole time.
Far down, so maybe he didn't even go down the hole.
He's
hiding somewhere.
He's the big bad evil. Well, no, his friends saw him go into and then they waited, and then they heard a scream, and then they ran back to town.
Okay, so he didn't fall; he climbed in now.
I can't wait to find out that he was laying by the 4 skeletons we ran away from, and we just looked out of there. We never even checked.
No,
to be fair, it was pitch black when you ended, and then Boothby called to the immortal Lord of Fire, and a burst of a globe of flame appeared in his hand or on a shield, and then you guys saw the 4 skeletons, and then you were just like.
Nope.
Legs kicking. There was a lot of Scooby-Doo references. Yeah, where you.
I suspect he's already been rescued by my stinking brother.
Right, but
They
we
were
don't know
only.
that-
They
we don't
were
know that-
only.
We don't know that.
No,
they're here.
Oh no
We
no
don't even
no!
know that they're here.
No, you knew. Sadok knew that his brother was on the way. You guys were in town together, and you guys decided to get a jump on it and leave a couple days early
all right.
to try to beat them to the dungeon.
Oh,
So.
I bet he laughing so hard when he saw that broken rope.
And in fact that's actually where Karin lost. That's how he met Sadok, because he knew that Vest was part of that crew, and he's like, "Wait, are you trying to fuck over that crew?" He's like, "I'm with you."
Yeah, right. Screw that other elf.
And you're like, "Yes, our mutual hatred is our
He's
bond."
so cool.
He is pretty cool. No,
Yeah, isn't he like blue? Like he's like the dead opposite.
Yeah,
color.
he's
Aren't there, like, their whole crew's like the
he's
color
the
scheme
he's
different than ours.
he's the emo crew. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
all like
yeah.
dark and shadowy and emo-y. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, you are standing in one of many endless passages, these covered in webs, sticky to the vaulted ceilings. There are scattered husks of partially devoured creatures scattered throughout these halls. Every 20 or 40 feet, an archway leads either to another passageway or to an empty salon or chamber, most of which are empty save of dirt, dust, and debris, as so much of this ancient fortification and dungeon is abandoned. The silence here is deafening, and it is pitch black.
I have a stupid question.
Yeah.
These webs sticking to the ceiling, massive spider webs. Would these be like gatherable as like a resource to fashion a rope out of?
Well, not during the adventuring phase. It would probably require some amount of work. I don't know if you have the tools to make spider web into a rope here in the dungeon.
I have crafting.
True, although
And a dwarf.
you do have dwarf crafting, so let's.
That sounds like peasant rope making.
That's a rope maker. There you go.
We used to build this stuff all the time. We were kids.
Yes, I would say that if you gathered some spider webs with a probably a scavenger check, that you could potentially have supplies that you would need in order to make a crude rope. I don't think you'd have 50 feet of it, but I would say maybe you could maybe make 20 feet.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
I don't want to.
Do you have inventory space for spider web?
burden your soul.
However,
George, I'm gonna light a torch.
Got it.
So we had a fire going, right?
Not anymore.
But before?
I mean, it's part of your
at
camp.
night.
Yeah.
All right, can I grab some of the charcoal, like the charcoal? I want to start using it to like Scooby-Doo arrows and stuff or something.
Oh,
for us,
labyrinth
so try to
style?
Keep track of where we're at.
Yeah, sure. That's totally fine.
And not, but when I
But
do
you
it, I
will
don't want to.
you will need a space on your in your inventory for a lump of charcoal.
Got it. What do I got here? Anybody got anything open?
You got a hand free, don't you?
No, he's got
Nope,
the
I got a
crossbow.
crossbow.
You got
I
a.
might just
But
drop
can
that
he?
crossbow.
It has to be carried with two. Oh,
Yes,
brutal.
crossbow has to be carried with two. You can't one hand that thing.
Oh.
What do y'all think? Drop the crossbow?
Oh my god, that's
Oh,
brutal.
my gosh.
I'm gonna drop 3 preserved rations and collect some rope, or attempt to collect some rope.
Well, yeah, I
Gosh,
think.
we really need to get out of this dungeon.
Well, I mean, realistically, we have food. I don't need these water skins. I could drop those because we have enough food for that.
You could just, you know what's great? I can just feel Bob being like this is so like him being like, oh no, don't drop
Before you
supplies.
drop the water
and
skin
food.
of wine, my water skin of wine is empty.
So, question.
Yeah.
I have a big bag. You said that you said you would probably let me put the crossbow in the big bag, but it'd take up 3 spots, right?
Yeah, I would definitely think it would require. And remember,
Okay.
the sack takes up 2 as well, in your hands. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, I can make a labor check and carry with one hand if needed.
correct. But that's still a check, and that still means
Yeah.
that the grind happens. Just
Ooh.
FYI.
But if I put the crossbow and the other
It also
The
goes without
other-
sorry, but it also goes without saying that if the crossbow is in a sack, it is not something that you're going to be able to quickly pull out.
Right. No, I get that. If I got that sack in my hand, I ain't planning on. I'll be back smacking people with the sack. Put a bunch of oranges in it, start beating them with a bad sack of oranges.
I have a hand free. I could hold on to something for you. At least it's better than dropping it for now.
Yeah. Can you take one of these? Well, here.
No, Herber, can I have a wine skin of
Yeah, of course.
wine? Perfect.
All right, that's actually really good. Yours is empty.
Yes. And now I have Herbers. It's the good
And
stuff.
And now you can pick up the charcoal.
All right, so you guys just had a fire going, so you're okay there.
Also, does anybody want to take some coinage? I have some silver in my hand. I've been sleeping with all night. Just in my hand. And I'd like to be able to carry my bow around in the dungeon.
Here, I'll hold on to the coin.
All right. I'll bring my bow back out. Oh, so much better.
Charcoal.
Yeah, I might just sell this crossbow and get a different weapon next time when I get back.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Should really try and orientate ourselves here.
I wish we had a map.
Well,
all right. I put a lump of charcoal
Mr. Dwarf,
item on the thing.
Love it.
what's
Right
the
here.
first thing to do to orientate ourselves in a dungeon like this? Do you have any
Herber,
tricks of the?
can you
I
listen
have-
to the stones? Is this like a dwarf thing?
No, see, here's the thing. This is an awkward, weird, disturbingly made elven temple. I only know if we're going up and
Bastards.
down. You're the one with your weird people would have a better idea what's going on. I mean, realistically, some of these things aren't even structurally sound, but you had to carve into the wood or into the stone to make these fancy designs, and you're destroying the integrity of the stone.
You
This is
couldn't
beautiful, isn't
even
it?
judge the structural integrity of your rope.
It was fine until the halfling jumped on.
I was number 2.
I think it
I'm
was-
sorry, I
it
ate
was-
too much.
Anyway,
Mr. Dwarf.
After
Second
triggering this
breakfast.
argument, I think I would like to try and gather some of this silk.
Okay.
Beginner's luck scavenger.
Yep.
Can anybody help with that? I mean, I don't have
would love to
scavengers.
help you.
I can help him
Mr.
too.
Amos.
Scavenger is literally my forte. Like that's my one I picked.
Yeah. You remember, you just have to describe, how you're scavenging. What
So,
you're-
we should also uncheck our traits, right? Because we don't have any used.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. All your traits. All your traits are available to you. Yes.
Yep.
That's a good reminder of that.
Helping
right.
him pull off some of the webs from the wall.
All right, Herber, you're helping him by pulling some webs down, some particularly promising stuff. Okay, great.
Like using my spear to like wrap it around like a candy, cotton candy, and yank it down.
Right.
I'm using my light to kind of give Amos a bit of light to know to help him in his technique.
Okay. Connor and Loss, anything?
No, it feels like it should have been better left alone.
All right. So
Touch
remember,
the webs.
so
Seems
remember,
like a trigger.
because it's beginner's luck, all the help dice will be halved as well.
Right. So it's I get one dice instead of
Yeah, you
two?
get one full dice. Yeah.
So if you go ahead and open up your sheet, you are going to make a independent scavenger roll, Boothby. This is beginner's luck. The independent ob is against 1. So you're good there. And you're going to be using health, and I think for scavenger, yep. And you have 3 dice, or sorry, 2 dice of help. There you go, and that should raise it to 3, right? Because you have a total basically of 6, and so you get half.
Gotcha,
You get
right.
half of that, so 3. Yep. And then because pass or fail, you're going to just mark one of your beginner's luck circle because you are advancing that. Hey, you managed to succeed. However, that is a turn. So first things first, mark a beginner's luck. Second things second, the turn happens. And I just realized that I never gave you a torch timer. Go.
And then I shall, as I said, drop one of these stacks of field rations or rope supply.
Yep.
You could drop your cloak and put it on your body because it's a 1 on the body or 2 in the bag.
No.
All right. So you get some, I guess you get some spider webs. And you take a
Hey
few.
guys, I found these spider webs.
Well, finding the spider webs, not that difficult, right? But finding good spider webs that you can, potentially reasonably turn into a rope is a little bit more tricky. So you spend a few moments, the torch burning, as you guys make your way up and down this hall, trying to avoid any unnecessary disturbances or anything of the sort. And after a few brief moments, you have gathered together a reasonable sized clump of spider webs.
How's it taste?
Well, I'm trying to eat it. However, it does, you start kind of, wrapping it up, weaving it up, I suppose is how I would describe it. And then eventually you have yourself some spider webs.
Nice.
Okay. Bloop. There we go.
Wow.
That's cool.
All right. Now, of course, it's not a rope, but it
Not
is.
yet.
I don't know if you can grab it.
Yeah,
Can I use
grab it.
my nature
Oh, I don't have
into
I don't have permission.
Can I use my nature to craft it into a rope?
Nah, I would say crafting rope is not really a dwarf nature in the dwarven nature of crafting.
I shall peasant it up later.
It's a little bit too organic and natural. Dwarven crafting is more about creating beautiful. Think where they have made it in the Lonely Mountain in The Hobbit. They're making armor and weapons and devices and jewelry and things of that nature. They're not making art. They're not making art or rope, and they're not like weaving tapestries and stuff like
Just
that.
imagining dwarven rope is just like a stone pole.
If you want to make
like a beard.
or no,
It's
Herber, if you want to
hair.
make dwarven rope, I'll let you forge like a chain.
Yeah.
I'll just pull my anvil out, my mini portable forge. Give me about an hour.
Yeah. You should have permission for that. There you go. Good. Okay.
Where should the food go?
You're dropping it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll throw it off the side.
I mean, I can hold it in my hand for now.
No, you
I can
can't.
drop it.
No,
You've got to hold your bow with 2 hands.
you can.
I can hold my bow with one hand.
No, you can hold
but-
a ration in your hand. You can't.
I'm gonna hold one ration.
Actually,
in my hand.
you can't. It's a pack one. It's not carried one, so you can't.
My stomach grumbles as I see.
Stick my hand in it and just lick whatever it comes off. All right.
I think we need to figure out how the best way
Is
to
that a
Actually-
turn on the?
If you,
Okay, that was
it
a
was
turn.
turn. If you want to feel better, you could eat the rations. I mean, it won't do anything because you're not hungry and thirsty, but at least you would have eaten it.
I ate it.
Is there any way for me to get rid of exhausted other than camping with a check?
Nope. Oh yeah, going back to town and staying at an inn.
Other than that,
No.
All right.
No.
Sounds like our goal.
The 3 conditions that you can get rid of without a check or without going to town or camp are hungry and thirsty by eating or drinking something, and then injured or sick. You can sweat off the fever, or you can grit your teeth and bear the wound, which gets rid of that condition immediately. But then I get to basically take either your nature, your health, your will, or one of your skills and permanently reduce it by 1 and clear all of your advancement checks off of it.
oh, ouch.
So it'd be
I start looking around the hallways, looking for telltale signs of things that might lead up. So drafts of winds or something that might just anything to help us pick a direction, as it seems like we're in an endless corridor.
Okay.
Do the webs blow any which way?
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you're trying to find maybe some sense of air currents or something like that, Sadak?
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, Sadak. Well, go ahead and make a scout check.
Oh, I will definitely, lick my finger to the wind I mean, I've seen these type of runes. Really, going that usually is to the left. With the elven temples and stuff.
That's the secret. How to find the way out is it's always to the left.
Hold the left wall with your hands.
You're so wise, Mr. Elf.
Now I know how the elves have done it. They're no safe from us.
Yeah. I'll say that because you're sort of using the webs as your sort of advantage. Like otherwise, normally it wouldn't really be much that you could go on here. But because you are in a dungeon, I will let.
We have a torch, right? Is the flickering a certain direction?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be some small changes, but the webs are particularly, because they're all over the place, so it's a lot easier.
The dwarven hot air we're putting up with is blowing.
But yeah, so just tell me how you're. If you are helping, tell me how you're helping.
I'm definitely just using my elven knowledge of these temples and how the construction architecturally would have been done. Usually, when we have a endless corridor like this, it's always the up is that way, the left.
Can I use my elven wise to work on this?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
yeah, just describe. I mean, you're wise about the folly of elves, right?
Yeah, like they always seem they start really detailed, but the deeper they go and the farther they get into it, it's like they lose focus. So like the art, the design, and the art just sort of isn't as beautiful, isn't as intense and amazing. So
Blasphemy.
So they get lazy, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. I was doing it nicely though. So if you look for the more detailed path,
yeah,
that is probably the way out.
Got it. Okay.
So that's a second help.
That's actually aid. It's actually an aid die.
Yeah, his is. Mine's help.
Yep.
And when we use a wise, does that do anything for us or no?
It will, depending on whether Sadak passes or fails. You'll see that on your sheet, there's a for each wise that you have, there is a option to mark it whether you passed or failed. That's when you help somebody.
Okay.
Real quick, actually, before we go ahead with this roll. Now that you guys have Fate and Persona, so quick reminder of what you can do with Fate and Persona. The first is with Fate, you can use luck. And you use luck after a roll, and a luck makes all the sixes explode. And if you roll any additional sixes, those explode. Okay? So that's the first thing that luck can do.
You don't have to use a second fate to do the second explode. It just keeps
nope,
going.
All sixes keep exploding until they're done. Second, if you are doing a skill check and you fail, and you personally have a wise that could maybe help you, you can mark a point for deeper understanding, and you basically go, oh, okay, I think I got it now. And you mark a fate point, and you can re-roll one of the fails and try to roll a success. Lastly, if you help someone, you can use a fate point to, instead of helping them, you give them you help them with synergy, and then whether they pass or fail, you mark a pass or fail for that skill on your sheet.
Say that one again.
Okay, so when you help someone, you can mark a fate point and spend a fate point.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they pass, you get to mark a pass on that skill. And if they fail, you get to mark a fail on that skill.
This is Scout?
This is Scout.
I would like to use a fate point.
Okay. So
does that have to be after?
Nope. It's before.
Okay.
Well, you're going to get something. I mean, he's either going to pass or fail. Yeah. So, and so this is.
So does my current fate then go down, and my total spent goes up by 1, right?
You got it.
Perfect. I'm definitely doing that.
Okay. The second, so that's the first thing. So then for persona points, you can, if you have a wise that you're making a check and you have a wise that's relevant, you can declare, of course, I understand everything. And you can re-roll all of your failed dice.
Wow. That's super strong.
The other thing that you can do with persona is you can channel your nature. By spending a fate point, you can add all of your nature dice to your current check. However,
you mean by spending a persona point?
Yes, persona point.
Okay, you said a fate point.
Sorry, yes. By spending a persona point, you can channel your nature and you can add it on top of whatever you're rolling. You're basically digging as deep as you can. You're using everything you've got. If you do this, if it's not inside of your character's nature, your nature will be taxed. In other words, the first number will go down. If you succeed, it only goes down by 1. If you fail, it goes down by the difference between what you needed and what you got.
That's what I need to do. I need to tax myself.
All right. Okay.
So what is the obstacle value?
Great question. So you're trying to use Scout to sort of find your way out of here. I know we just okay, so we got that. All right. I'm going to say that it is obstacle value. And specifically, you're trying to go where?
Up.
Up.
Okay,
So
up.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. In that case, I'm going to say that the obstacle value is 2, because that's where the wind currents are going to be stronger potentially.
Cool. So I have 4 against obstacle 2. So I would like to I see myself
sorry.
as
You can also spend persona and just give yourself a bonus die. You can do that up to 3 times. It's in the middle of the sheet there. It says persona spend. Just letting you know.
Man, they must think Persona's just giving out like crazy. That seems like a waste just for 1 dice.
Well, sometimes,
it might matter.
It's true. Life or death.
I would like to use my. So I feel like we're in this situation we're all trying to figure out, and I kind of dug in deep into my inner grit, my hidden depths, and I made the first effort to venture forth and out, hopefully.
Okay.
So I'd like to use my hidden depths.
Yep.
For me.
Yep. Great. All right. 5 dice versus obstacle 2. So go ahead and hit roll, and we'll see how we do.
Oh, those look low.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So you got
Your
1
hidden depths failed to find shallow depths.
So you got 1 success. You are down by 1. Now, this is one of those situations where if you have a wise that applies, I don't know if you do, that you could potentially re-roll your fails. But I don't think Lockwise or Needs a Little Saltwise are going to help you here.
I need a little bit more time. A little more time looking for these.
Now, I also mark a failure?
Yeah, so Bob, you use synergy, so you mark a failure. However, so Sadok, mark. So if we go back to the roll tab, Sadok, on your sheet. I'm just saying that because people at home can see your sheet. So if you look all the way in the bottom right hand corner, so after rolling, you could use Deeper Understanding. That's where if you had a wise, you could re-roll a single failed die roll for a fate point. You could mark Luck, which would make your 6s explode, but you didn't roll any 6s.
That's what I was looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if you have a wise and you spend a persona point, you can say, of course, and you get to re-roll all of your failures. So we follow the advancement. Mark, pass, or fail. So the first thing you're going to do, Sadok, is mark a failure. And you can do that right here on the roll sheet by all the way in the upper left-hand corner. You can mark a fail because you did fail.
Fail.
Yes. The next thing that happens is we advance the grind. All right. Then the third thing that happens is Bob marks. Erber helps with aid. So Erber, on your wise, you're going to mark a fail. And then we determine success or failure. And I'm going to give success.
Or the twist.
Well, no. So if I give a twist, you don't get success. Okay. So in this case, you actually do find your way out of the web-filled passages. However, because you failed, I'm giving you success with a condition. So, Sadok, I'm going to give you a condition, and then everyone who helped you will get a condition as well. Erber did not help you. Erber used aid. So, in other words, Erber wasn't actually like running around trying to figure stuff out. So he's not going to become hungry and thirsty like Karanlas. Whereas Sadok, you, however, become angry. You're angry that you aren't able to, you're trying to help the group out. You're trying to show them that you're so clever and you can worth it, and you can't freaking do it. You're getting a little frustrated.
I get mad. I try and hide it.
You try to hide it. Okay. But
Erber's like, from the back.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Are those rations on the ground still edible?
Oh, they're gone, buddy.
Yeah, we left them.
You left them.
I didn't think we actually left yet. I thought
Oh,
we were just
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
find
that's what
them.
the
No,
seconds.
you've been traveling for
For a
probably
whole turn.
for like an hour or something like that.
Damn it.
You said-
Why we
you
never
weren't carrying
dropped
one
the
in your
food.
hand? Why weren't you carrying one in your hand?
And the rules wouldn't allow it. It just falls right out. Right when you put it in there, just falls right
Right,
out.
that'd be like me saying like hey, carry this meal in your hand. It's just
you better damn well believe I'd carry as much as I could of that meal.
you know what? I would let you do it with two hands. There you go.
Oh, can't do it. Gotta have the quiver or the air bow.
Okay, well, the good news is, so here's the thing. It's a little frustrating. Sadok doesn't really seem to know what he's doing. He gets angry about it. Karanlas, you become hungry. Erber just nodding his head, shaking his head the whole time. However, as you enter this area, the torch does go out, so it is completely dark. Another reason why it's good that you didn't twist into anything. So, Sadok, are you reigniting a torch?
Yes.
Okay,
So
great.
I decrease the current unit to 0. Is that what happens?
Yeah.
The one that's lit in my hand. How do I get rid of it?
No, you can just leave that one, but isn't yours at 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just don't. The one that's in my hand, I just don't know. Do I just?
No, just leave it. I mean, just
Okay.
decrease the 2 to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll reset this.
Oh, I lit it as a candle.
Oh, okay. I'll just delete the candle. Okay.
Right.
So you're down to 1 torch and 1 torch in hand, obviously, that's burning. However, after some period of time, you do find yourself leaving from the web-filled areas, and you're now entering areas that look more similar to some of the hallways that you were running through when you were running from the skeletons. So you think you've actually made your way up closer to where you kind of initially fell down into the dungeon. Here, the halls are mostly empty. There's debris, there's little bits of scrap cloth and all this other stuff that's kind of laying around the hallways. And there's still, of course, countless archways, passages. But overall, the hallways here are a bit bigger. There's a different kind of smell here. It definitely smells a bit fresher. So you definitely think that you are closer to the surface, or at least to something that would give you that indication. Now, there is a few moments here. It's relatively quiet, and this is a new area. So, Karanlas and Erber, your instincts could trigger here if you want them to. But, no, you can, but it takes a turn, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
First I wanna say,
I would like to.
Is Sadok cheating with his inventory? I'm confused how you're holding coin, dagger, jug, and torch in your hands.
Oh, great question.
Oh wait,
yeah.
Then it's
Yes.
I you know what? That's my bad. I were putting it in the hand and then weapon, and I lost track. You'll have to hold on to your money again.
I can't.
Sorry.
It's gonna be gone.
Well, the money was left behind.
You can put the dagger on your neck, because daggers can go on your neck, right?
Yes. Who has a dagger?
Sadok.
No, I don't.
Then he's
no,
not
we
wearing
don't.
garlic.
No, that's
What's
just
that?
that's just the symbol. So
Okay.
no, this is no.
That's just throwing me off.
I'm happy to entertain these things. In Torchbearer, you have your hands worn slot. So you have your left hand worn. So like glove, ring, bracer, gauntlet. And then you have your right hand worn. And then you have your left hand and right hand carried, like a weapon or a torch. So
you need to go the one below, Ryan.
Yeah. So I just didn't know how to indicate those with graphics. And apparently I did not do a good job because people get that messed up all the time. And I'm going to go ahead and swap these, Ryan, just because your jug's on the right side. But all right. So where did the silver go? Gone? Okay. Yeah. All right.
I lost it in it. Where did it go?
Times are tough.
That's why I'm mad. That's why Cardinal is mad.
Okay. So anyways, you said, Erber, you're going to still search for something?
Well, right now we don't have any open areas of open for value. We don't have anywhere to put it.
Right.
But
well, you don't
I would
have
like
to. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to because normally your instinct triggers automatically, but because you're so exhausted, it's kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the whole point of me being down here for looking for stuff.
Okay.
So
All right.
if I find something that's not worth it,
Yeah.
leave it on the side. If not, but I just want to make sure everybody's okay with me doing a turn
Sure.
with it.
All right, Erber. So what are you looking for?
Anything of that, like. So let me look at the
Monetary value.
Can't say anything of value because everything has a value. But like I'm looking.
So I'll tell you this. So you can scavenge for like a weapon. You could scavenge for loot. You could scavenge for gear or tool. You could scavenge for some material or supplies. It's kind of what you guys were doing with the spider webs.
I would say loot. That's the point. That's the whole reason he's down here.
Hell yeah, buddy. Make a scavenger check. Ob 5.
Now, this is his go-to thing.
Yeah.
Like, so how does that work for that?
Nothing. It doesn't change anything.
So it being his his specialty.
Yeah, the specialty just means that your mentor can train you in that skill.
Oh. Well, shit. I mean, I have 2 dice here then.
Well, right. So you're going to probably fail. That's okay.
Yep. But that's fine because I can then add the failure.
That's right. And
Does-
what was I saying to myself?
Hey, 1 pass, 1 fail.
All right, there we go. All right.
Can you use
I
a
got a
fate to
6. I
explode
can
or
use
does it do
my
4?
fate point and blow it up.
I was gonna say before you rolled, if you knew you weren't going to succeed,
Right.
you could
Right,
use
so-
their traits against you.
So
yeah.
yeah, so we can rewind that a little bit because you went through that really quick. So Erber, you have 2 traits. So you knew the ob was 4 or 5, and you're only rolling 2 dice. You literally can't succeed. So the question is, could you have used one of your 2 traits, which is either born of earth and stone or cunning, against yourself? Now that'd give you a penalty die, but you're not going to pass anyways.
Right.
So
I could say cunning because I'm overthinking what I'm looking for. I'm like, I'm really good at this. There's something over there. It just looks like there's something over there.
right.
That's where I'd put treasure.
There's
right.
clearly a secret door here.
There's right. Yeah. You know what you are? You're every player that enters an empty room ever. You're like, oh no, clearly there's clearly treasure over here, and the GM's like, oh my god, it's a fucking barrel. It's just a barrel. I'm sorry, okay? You're like, no, but he said there's 3. He said there's 3 barrels. So I think there's like some sort of puzzle here. Like if we start moving yeah, one's clearly a mimic. All right, so what you can go ahead and do, Erber, is posthumously you rolled 1 less die. And so what you would do in this case, Erber, is you would mark a check on your cunning. So that's the right column. There you go. So now you have a check.
And then I pass the
So then you fail. So I'm actually going to say you succeed, Erber. You succeed with a condition. No one helped you, so that's absolutely fine. A turn does pass. And Erber, you gain the angry condition as you are just like kicking around this stupid elven thing. You're like, if this was a dwarven dungeon, there would literally be fucking treasure just like laying around here.
I'm also pissed that nobody helped me. I'm like, what the fuck? We're down here for treasure. Y'all like, we gotta get out of here. No, motherfucker, I want to find gold.
We're trying to find the exit.
They have their priorities are just.
Always gotta run away.
And Kurt in the exit.
Their
I don't know, Kurt. I want my damn gold.
The priorities are totally out of whack here.
He's got the gold and he's got the exit.
They actually have a scavenger loot table, so I'm gonna roll.
Oh,
that.
sweet.
Well, you know what, Erber? Since it was you, why don't you go ahead, Erber, and roll me 2d6? So you can. I don't know what it is in Roll20. Maybe /R 2d6 or something.
No, there's a thing on the left hand side that does it.
Okay.
6 and a 1.
So a 7.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You find some stuff. All right. Roll 3d6.
All right.
What kind of oracle table is this? This is like going to Smith's concoction.
Yeah, right.
Please, God, no Smith table. I
Yeah.
can't handle a Smith table. 9.
Okay. You find some lint.
Oh, son of a gun.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like Dragonbane, you found a rusty nail.
That's on that rusty nail is on that table as well.
I'll
Rusty
find
nail ain't no
that.
joke in Dragonbane.
All right. Do you want? Do you know what? Here's the good news. You know what? I'm going to make you a lint object, Erber, and you can store it in your pocket.
Thank you. Hey, I can use it to light a fire. It's a good.
Hey,
kindling.
listen.
There you go.
It's not up to me how you use your supplies. Okay.
I don't
Perhaps
think people do that.
it's fine elvish lint.
Oh, it's the finest of elven lints.
Elven belly button lint,
Right.
specifically.
Yes,
Timeless.
you could tell from this lint.
Lint is another word for drugs in Elven.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's like some umlauts and stuff over there. Yeah.
It sounded very elvish when you said it.
Yeah, there we
You're
go.
onto something.
right. Totally. I have no idea what this would even be. Okay. I think I have
I think it's
You just
still
gotta find
wise for us.
a dust bunny image.
yeah.
I still think we should find a way out.
I agree.
Oh, here for treasure. Why can't
We
we?
spend too much time mucking around.
It's almost the worst thing's about to happen. I'm about to get hungry.
I'm already hungry.
I'm
didn't-
mad.
You didn't eat, Bob?
No, I don't got anything to eat. I gotta take a swig of my drink if I want it.
All right.
But
Can I
why?
give him a field ration?
Wait, you're hungry?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
Bob-
hungry and
Bob-
thirsty. You got angry.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't get the same condition.
Yeah, when
Well-
someone helps, they get a lesser condition.
And then sorry. Then if we get this next turn,
Yeah.
Will he get angry then?
He will become whatever is next in the grind order.
Mr. Elf, please drink from my family's vintage. I've been lugging this around. It cost me
right.
no treasure.
Take a swig.
All right.
One of these is gone.
It's fantastic. I feel amazing. I feel no longer the need of sustenance.
All right. There is your. I'm putting that lint in your pocket there, Erber. And then Sadok, you gave him some wine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
And now that you're liquored up, how do we get out of here?
Well,
Just remember, look for the more detailed areas. And that's
that's
the way
right.
out.
I assume we came from a direction.
I mean,
Is
yeah,
there-
you made yourself more, you sort of more or less feel like you were kind of making your way up and north-ish, for lack of a better
Okay.
word.
I want to keep that same direction. And I just want to go to the next door that's in that same direction that we came in from.
All right.
So if we came into a quad room, I wouldn't go left or right. I'd go to the door in front.
All right. So you're just going to keep making forward progress, trying to make your way out.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how I'd like
Like,
to
keep your hand on the left wall. Remember,
Or do we have
that.
to make camp, or how does this work with the grind? Are we gonna just kind of bush through the grind?
That's up to you guys. You don't-
So I imagine what would happen would be we get the check.
Mhm.
You make the check. We then become hungry and thirsty. We all get drunk. We then continue.
Okay.
All right. Well, there's no spider
Those-
webs here, and you're just
yeah.
trying to navigate underground. So, Bob, that's a dungeoneering check.
The worst
That
kind.
would be me.
Well,
Um,
I'm making the check.
But Bob is making the check because he said he was doing it. So
You can help.
you can
Have-
definitely
have the
help,
dice.
unless you
I'm
think he's
using
going to fail. In
I'm
which
using my Elven Wise again.
okay, that's totally fine. Yep. And this time it's really good because you're doing it to an elf, so you're just pointing out how crappy all of this is designed.
Yeah. And so actually what's interesting is
See how
none of
dusty this
these
place is?
really are my trait either. So I don't really know, because I'm not doing a lone activity. I'm trying to get us
No,
all straight.
And
I'm not,
you're being
I'm
helped.
being, yeah, and I'm being rash, not calm,
Right.
sort of going to the next thing. And Firstborn, that's more about elven stuff, right? That's not,
Yeah, that's like stuff that an
Elves would know.
elves would know, or
Okay.
have immense prowess of an elf thing. Like finding your way out of a dungeon is not really an elf thing.
okay, so this is
No,
more just dungeoneering.
Yep.
I cannot use Wise because I'm pissed because nobody helped me look for stuff.
Oh, Erber cannot
Oh.
help you with wise because he is angry. Good call, Erber. Good check.
Carnalus, is any of this stuff against your nature? So if you acted against, is it?
Hiding
know, so-
is, so I guess it would be the opposite of hiding, that I'm sort of pushing forward, but it's not so much against my nature as an
Mhm.
elf. Plus I really think everybody would want to get out of a dungeon. Like, it's
No, I
not
don't.
just yeah, except for this the dwarf. So no, I don't think it's against my nature in a
All right.
sense.
Well, the ob here, Bob, is 2.
Okay. And I have 1 dice.
You have 2 dice.
2 dice because I'm getting because he said he couldn't aid me.
Yeah, but it's beginner's luck, which is half of your health.
Oh, it's half my health.
and your health is 4.
Oh, that's right. It says up there 2d2. Okay.
So if
Let's
someone
go.
can help you, that'll give you 5 dice, and it's rounded up. So that would give you 3 dice.
Does anybody want to help? Not saying you, Dungeoneer.
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm
I
afraid I am.
can't.
I'm afraid I'm of no help to you.
Well, no, remember, I'm always allowed to give an additional. You guys just tell me how you're helping, and I'll tell you.
Wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. There's these skills that help. Can I, if he's using beginner's luck,
Yeah.
can I use a skill that's in its that skill tree that helps it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
Mhm. But again, you just have to describe how you're helping him.
Yeah. I just want to see what the dungeoneering is attached to.
Because he's using health, you can actually help him with health. Everyone can help him, actually. You just have to describe what you're actually doing. It may not make any sense. If you can make it make sense and describe it, I'll give you the help. But
Mine says no wise or beneficial trait, so I don't think I can help at all.
no, you
right?
can help. You just can't use any of your bonus dice from your traits. So you can't use like Born of Earth and Stone, and you can't use Cunning to give yourself a bonus. And you're too angry to like tap into your advantages, and you can't use your wise because you're not in the giving people help. You just want to be like mad and angry. But you can
I
still
would like
help.
to help with dungeoneering.
Okay, so yeah, just describe how you're doing that. You could totally mechanically help with dungeoneering, but that's not how you would approach that. You would describe
Yeah,
what you're doing
Yeah,
to help.
No, I
elf.
go tap him on the shoulder. Elf. That way.
To the north, right? We just keep going.
Look it. That way.
Oh,
That
way.
way.
that way. Okay.
That way.
I'm
That
totally
way.
blaming you if it's not the right way.
This is an
I-
elf temple. It is your.
I will. I'm looking at these. Navigating the dungeon. I'm looking out for locked doors, traps, that type of things. Anything that might, proc or poke us, or maybe help him with any doors along the way. That
I
might
don't
be
want to
locked.
walk into an arrow slit.
How is that helping him navigate back?
Oh, navigate. Okay.
Yeah. Because you guys are trying to find your way back, so you
Yeah.
get back out.
Yeah, I was just looking at the what was connected and sapping.
What about
it,
anybody
so
looking
I
Oh
for
was
yeah,
just trying
no,
to
you're
figure out
right.
how-
You're right. Sapper can totally help. You just have to kind of
Yeah,
describe.
What about any
that was me trying. Yeah, you're right. I see.
Yeah, Sapper
that-
can help Dungeoneer, and there are many
Uh-huh.
instances like we're climbing and stuff like that where Sapper makes totally sense. But in this case, he's using it to sort of make his way through sort of an underground environment. And Sapper might still help. I just need to hear how you're doing it.
What about
Yeah.
any of you guys looking for footprints or traffic on the ground of a used path more often than not?
I mean, I could look for telltale signs that might help us find a way that might look like a causeway that would lead out.
Right.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Is it
Yeah.
the same way the dwarf?
I follow his his
Yeah,
lead. as the
I
party
will.
leader.
I will let you help with Scout. So I'll let Scout help for this one. So
Okay.
The only way
And
I
I
can
would
think
like-
of help with like health is I run to the end of the hallway, look around the corner, say, nope, this one's a dead end too.
Perfect.
And I come running back.
no, that's exactly right. That's how you would describe how you would help with health. Yes. Okay. Great. Perfect. So you actually get 3 dice of help, Bob, which
Sweet,
is
so-
which is great because that puts you to 7 dice total, which halved is
no,
3.5,
yeah.
which is 3.5, which rounds up to 4. What I'm saying is, if 2 people help you, it's the same as if 1 person helps you. But if 3 people
Exactly.
help you, you get 2 bonus dice. So 4 dice versus
Beautiful.
Ob 2. And
Well, I think this is the right way.
Can I spend to synergize?
You
would
can-
I, and would I get scouting if I do, or would I get his skill?
you would get health,
Engineering.
Health.
I think. Let me
Oh, that's
see.
I mean, I'll take health.
That's interesting.
Let me take a
I
look.
just need to spend these things. That's
No,
high
I
level.
understand.
Burning a hole in your pocket.
Well, I mean, yeah, you want
I
to
have a
spend them
lot,
on good
too.
stuff, but you want to spend them. Players may use the synergy effect when helping on a skill, ability, or beginner's luck test. If the player rolling the dice passes the test, they mark an advancement for the skill or ability which they helped. Oh, with which they helped, not necessarily the one being tested.
Oh, nice.
If they fail, they mark a failed test. So, Kajar is testing laborer to disassemble a cairn. Tarvis helps with the peasant skill. You spend a fate point for Tarvis and earns an advancement test for peasant, not labor. So whatever you're helping with is what you get the synergy point for. So you're helping with Scout, right, Sadek?
Sweet. All right, I'm rolling these dice.
Okay,
here we go.
Can I put a point in for the dungeoneering?
Yep,
It's
yep,
safe,
yep.
Right.
Yep, spend a fate
Cool.
I
point.
will not let you guys down.
Yep, spend a fate point. So Herber spend a, now remember, when you spend a fate point, decrease the amount that you current have by 1, but then increase the amount that you've spent total by 1. Yeah. That's what you need to level up.
Here we go.
All right, good luck.
Oh yeah.
Hey. All right, so first, Bob, mark pass or fail, or in your case, just a beginner's luck. Sadok and Herber mark a passed test for either Dungeoneer or Scout, as it would be. And then we mark the turn. The grind happens. The torch goes out. It is temporarily dark for a moment as you guys are kind of getting the new thing arranged. So the grind occurs. So everybody becomes hungry and thirsty.
Mm.
And we can
The wine didn't last. It left my mouth kind of dry.
scarf down a food for to fix that.
Yeah, but just in a brief moment. So you guys are making your way downtown, Faces Past, as you're homebound. And finally, you kind of actually come across two things. Bob, you are successful with the Dungeoneering check, and you actually come across two different areas. One is some kind of, now you don't go into this area because there's another area nearby that you kind of make your way to. You see a long hallway full of ancient crumbled statues heading down away from the direction that you now know to be out. And it ends in a large stone door. But
You think that's the way out?
No, it's not the way out.
Opposite.
I'm saying you found this while you guys were leaving.
It's the next.
Sorry.
We found a new area.
You found a new area.
I
However,
got scared or excited. These
eventually
images are dope. These images are sweet.
Eventually, you find your way to a hall which billows with blue azure mists. You can see that on. So you kind of come in, if you can imagine, from the south side of the room. On the north side of the room, there is a stairway leading upward.
Ooh, that's good.
On the right side of this room, however, is a large stone archway, which is topped with a carved dragon skull. From the dragon's face, its nostrils actually, blue mist spills out from its nostrils, filling the room with an azure glowing mist that seems to almost sink into and penetrate the stonework, swirling around in eddies. And you can feel, since you've been so down deep in the dungeon for a long time, the very faint pressure of wind and the slight fresh smell of outside coming from this stairway in front of you. All right. So everybody's hungry and thirsty. It is dark. Maybe there's a very faint glow from this glowing mist, but it is dark. So you guys will need to get another torch going or otherwise be in the dark.
I'll use my last one.
You lose your last one. All right.
Would you like to hold on to 4 other torches?
Yes, I would.
All right. So decrease
light
unit.
torch.
Yeah, there you go.
I make a sandwich and start looking at this.
Yeah, start
Door.
looking around the area.
Okay, what's going on? Say again.
Can we unhungry and thirsty myself with a sandwich
You can eat a sandwich. Yep.
of field rations?
You mean preserved rations?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Yep. So,
I would like to drink a thing of wine
yep.
to get myself unhungry and thirsty, and doesn't affect my anger, right?
No, only you can use the wine to give yourself a bonus to recover from being angry, but that's only with a check and when you're in a situation like that.
Got it. This whole time I've been marking on the way around, right?
You said you were, yes, and you have the charcoal. Yeah.
Carlos, I brought this in to help us, keep us nourished and of clean spirits. I would love to finish the rest of this wine bottle with you. It's the last bit. Okay.
Do you need me to delete the rest of the wine in the jug?
Yeah, and I'm gonna drop the jug.
Okay. Boo. All right.
Excellent wine.
I now have.
Ooh.
Oh.
Grab the wrong
He
thing.
ran away.
I now have a hand with which to carry treasure if it comes to it.
It seems that we're getting a little worse on the storage, or better on the storage, but preservatives are getting a little low.
All right. So you guys come into this large hall. Again, it's pretty tall. It's 20, 30 feet tall. There's a very faint smell of ozone in the air. There's something about this mist that doesn't seem quite natural. and it seems to again be concentrated to the far on the eastern side of the room, where it bellows out from this carved stone dragon head, which underneath of which is a large stone door.
Yeah.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Interesting to note, but we're gonna go to the staircase.
Okay,
Hold on.
Bob said he's going to the staircase.
Oh.
All right.
How dare you interrupt me? as
Karan
we are
Loss.
making a party decision.
Sorry, party leader. I am but a humble peasant.
Karan Loss, you remove hungry and thirsty because
that's right, sorry.
did eat.
I did eat. Thank
And you said we go.
Yes.
So I am going to assume that it's you and Sadok in the league because he has a torch.
Yes.
And so you and Sadok walk into the pit trap.
Beautiful.
Sorry for interrupting you. Bye.
So Karanlas is like, we're so close. Come on, Sadok. And you guys start crossing. And then the ground beneath you, this seemingly solid piece of cobblestone floorwork, opens expertly as a seam opens. The two doors flap down to the sides of a spiked pit, 30 foot deep, ending in razor sharp ancient spikes. You begin to
What
tumble
happens when I'm
downwards.
exhausted.
You guys begin to tumble down. So this is a GM sort of action. So a turn passes. Sadok and Karanlas, you both have to make a health test to avoid falling to your death in the pit trap.
Okay. What's the
The ob is 3. Sorry, 2. 2. 2. 2.
good.
2. 2. 2.
All right, not too bad. I don't
So,
have any traits here that
Amos
make
and
any
Erber,
sense.
yeah, you guys see that the door of they're maybe about like 10, 5 steps in front as they move forward. The door, the ground disappears, and they begin to fall. So you guys can't help them with this unless you have an instinct to somehow help them with this or something. But Karanlas and Sadok, I'm going to need health checks from you guys.
I look
Alright.
over at Amos and goes, if we're still looking for treasure down there, they wouldn't have fallen in that pit trap.
I curse out an elven slur as I fall down the.
Hey, I understand that.
Oh, look at that!
You do instead. All right, Karanlas, describe what happens. You don't fall in the pit trap.
Yeah. So the pit trap obviously is I do fall into this pit trap, but I'm pretty agile and nimble. I'm also a little taller. Maybe they expected dwarves to come in here and fall. So I'm able to actually just stretch out and hit the walls and sort of slide down very slowly to get down.
So
to
you see the razor sharp freaking points coming right at you while you got all hands.
All right.
And all
So
Yeah,
Karan,
but I pit out. I slow myself down, then I kind of inch my way down till I can get up to step, in between the spikes. But
all right.
I didn't see it coming.
what
but
about-
this is meant for the smaller folk. We're not bad.
what about you, Sadok?
I'm trying to figure out how I can maybe add something to the roll. Give me a second.
How can
Well, you
I
found
get
So
something.
I have fate and I have persona, but I cannot use my wises because I'm angry,
Correct.
and I can't use my quick wit because I'm angry.
Correct.
I am just following the leader, trying to be impressive.
Last
A
time
little
I'm leader.
mad, and then I feel so. To
be
can
clear-
hopefully get lucky and maybe get 1/6 and re-roll it.
Couple
but,
things, Sadok. You can use your trait against yourself. Just to let you know, you can't use it beneficially.
Yeah, but you said you made it clear that it would be death, right? As long as you say death is on the table.
Correct. But here's the thing: you can't die because you're not injured. So
oh, okay.
right. I mean, you are falling
will be.
you're falling down a pit, but I can't actually kill you because you're not injured.
Oh.
belly flop.
But you might be in a minute.
Right. That's a great way to think of that. Karen lost. Well, because think of it this way: if you fail and I give you success with a condition, the success is you didn't die. The condition is you're injured, right?
Yeah.
On the bright
Just went
side,
through
you're
your leg, not your skull.
Right. Exactly, Matt. Exactly.
So persona, I can just spend 1 to get another dice.
Or you could tap your nature.
Which
So if you tapped your nature, you would add 5 dice to this roll. However, your natures are sneaking, riddling, and merrymaking, of which none of this is not.
and none of it
Leave-
seems to be against it either.
Well, no, it's not.
Oh,
It's,
it
not
has to be tapped.
it's just that it's not sneaking, riddling, or merrymaking, which means if you are successful, your nature will be taxed by 1 and will go to 4 of 5. If you fail, your nature will be taxed by the amount that you failed by.
Right.
Ouch.
This is what I've been trying to do.
Well, and it's a ob 2, right? How
It-
many dice do you have right now?
He has a health of 3.
3.
So I mean, you got an extra maybe?
I don't know.
I mean, this is up to Sadok, so it's up to Ryan,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you feeling? I mean, I just rolling the dice tonight. I'm feeling good.
You know what?
The leader's got to show off.
I want to spend the persona point
Okay.
and I want to use. I know this is not sneaking, and this is bold. And so I'm also angry. So I'm kind of working against myself.
Right. Well, no, you're doing.
I also kind of just want to play with the actual system in itself. You know.
Well,
and
no.
see
This is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
so you're not being very halfling right now, right? You're
No.
being a badass adventurer. So
Right.
you're channeling, and instead of channeling towards being a halfling, you're channeling towards being a badass adventurer. You're adding 5 dice to this. So go ahead, Sadok. Like, what does that mean? Like, how does that look? You know, like, what are you doing? Like, the pit opens underneath you. No halfling should ever be dealing with fucking pits, right? But here you are dealing with this pit, and you find yourself here, and this is like a kind of a cool pivotal moment for you.
Yeah. So rather than trepidatiously like kind of edging towards I'm going to try and boldly leap to the other end.
Yeah, that's it. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want to hear. Awesome. Okay, right. So instead of being cowardly, you leap out and go for the other side. Okay, so Sadok, go ahead and make a health roll.
Okay. Roll.
And then
Health.
Yep. And then go ahead and mark a spent persona, which you did. You can do that on that screen, so you already did that. So
Yeah. Okay.
so go back to the roll.
Health.
Then mark the channel nature box, and then change the ob to 2, and change the nature from 5 of 5 within to 5 of 5 not within, outside. Yep. All right, so you'll note on the right it says advancement. You're going to mark pass or fail. If you pass or fail, then you're going to tax your nature if applicable. We're going to advance the grind, which I already did, and then you're going to succeed or fail. All right, so 8 dice versus ob 2 as the halfling goes Super Saiyan and just leaps out across the pit. All right, buddy, good luck.
You got it.
Hey, you know what? You don't just grab the other side. You actually clear the pit. You know, you just like fully leap and extend. You kind of bounce. You kick off a Karanlus's head, and then you get to their side. All right, so Sadok, first thing first, you're going to mark a pass on your health.
Okay.
Second thing second, your nature, you passed, but it was outside of your nature. So your nature is going to become 4 of 5. So your nature gets taxed by 1.
Okay.
And then lastly, you succeeded. So you clear the other side and it's totally fine. However, as Sadok lands with great savoir-faire in the center of the room, a couple of things start happening. One, Karanlas has slid to the bottom of the pit, where you notice at the bottom of the pit 2 things. A empty sack or satchel that may have once contained coins. And the dead body of a young boy.
Oh, son of a gun.
Boothy's like, yeah.
Second thing second, all of you begin to notice the blue mist is swirling around the pit trap. And it almost looks like the mist is sinking into the stonework. And you begin to ever so slightly, imperceptibly notice that the stone doors, which had flopped open like a trap door, are beginning to shudder and are preparing to close.
Oh my gosh.
I walk over. Amos, can I borrow that rope? We got to get him out. That elf out.
Oh, you never made the rope. You just have.
made it.
We don't have rope. You just have spider web.
Oh, I thought you had made it into a rope.
No,
Okay,
not
well,
yet.
No.
Does anyone have rope?
No, rope.
We have. He has a
have a
grappling hook.
Can I just climb out?
You just have the hook.
Karanlas, you could try to make a Dungeoneer check to climb out.
And I can use my grappling hook as like a assisted tool? Oh, okay.
No, a grappling hook's only really going to help you if you. I mean, you could describe how you're using it, sure.
But I thought about using it like.
No, you could. Okay, you could. Yeah, you could totally do that. You'd have to drop your bow though.
Son of a gun. Well, I can put my bow in my quiver.
And you
No,
need to bring
the
body
door
in.
is closing quick. You only have so many options here. Where's the grappling hook stored?
It's in my bag, all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, then no. Okay. All right, then no. Then no.
I gotta climb out.
All right.
So Dungeoneering.
Yep.
It's another.
So no one can help him with this unless you have like some way to help him remotely, right?
God, and Tane has the iron spikes.
Tane does have the iron spike. Right, yeah, the pit trap is starting to close. All right, Karnlas.
Can
Uh,
I try
Can
to,
I
can I try to
jam?
shove my crossbow in the door, like where the sort of like the hinge is at, and use
You-
like a dungeoneering check?
You
Sort
want
of jam it open?
that would be a sapper check.
I can do that too.
You're going to jam your crossbow into the mechanism?
I can't help him any other way.
Fuck yeah, dude, go for it.
Okay.
Does anyone want to help Erber with this sapper check as he's trying to disable this trap by jamming a crossbow into it?
If I see him doing that, I'm gonna help as well. But
How
on
do
the opposite end. So yeah, let me figure out what can I do.
Yeah, remember, you always got to describe. The mechanics come second. We describe
Yeah,
first. Always describe in the
figured it-
fiction.
The way I figure is this crossbow sort of being more of a hindrance for me gathering items and
I
stuff.
got you, buddy. I got
So,
you, buddy.
mean, and maybe we can get paid for this little kid. So that's
Yeah.
more valuable than the crossbow right now.
All right, I feel it.
That's interesting.
All right, time run out, Ryan.
Yeah, I can't
All right,
think
Herbert.
of a way.
Well,
All right, Herbert. Go ahead and make
I
a
in
sapper
my
check.
pocket, I have a thieves' tools also. So
Right, but they're in your pocket.
yeah,
You know what?
give me a +1 sapper check to disarm
On traps, yeah,
So,
and because they're in your pocket, or not in your pocket, they're in your pouch, your belt pouch. You could
Yeah.
totally use those. So yeah, you grab your thieves' tools, you disassemble the crossbow to get like the big long like spring bar arm, and then you just jam that into the thing. So yeah, go ahead and make a sapper check, Erber, and
Great.
you're gonna get a +1 die gear bonus because you have thieves' tools. All right.
And then what's the ob?
Oh wait, we're not done. Oh, the ob is only 2.
Okay.
But you're also going to get a +1 supply bonus because you're using your crossbow.
Oh, wow.
It's being consumed, right? So remember, gear is permanent, supplies is consumed. So you get actually 2 bonus dice. And I'm sorry, this is an open pit trap. It is ob 1, Erber.
All right. All right, here we go.
There you go. There, yep. This should be easy for you to do.
Don't say that. You're gonna jinx me. That's how I roll. Not very good sometimes.
All right.
Like that.
Nice.
I did it.
Oh, he just. All right. The dwarf drops his crossbow, pulls out his thieves' tools, quickly disassembles the crossbow, and then jams the stock and the metal bar into the pit, and it stops it from closing. That is a turn, though.
The whole time I'm sitting there grumbling, these freaking elves, goddamn, making me break my shit, getting stuck in his own people's traps.
Erber, your crossbow is destroyed. The trap is disabled, and the torch is out again.
I lighted another one.
All right.
That's all he's doing. What'd you do? Light torches.
I jumped a pit trap. That's pretty
Yep.
sweet.
All right.
Amos, I don't mean to burden you, but there's something down here that if you could angle the
Are you-
torch.
Aren't you
down
still
this
down
little-
there?
I mean, I didn't.
Still
I was
down
getting
there.
ready to come out.
Well,
I
bring
didn't
the
actually
body
roll.
up.
The bones. It seems like a young human child, I guess.
I look over.
Did you say bones or body?
No, that's a body.
Oh, sorry, the body of a human child.
Impaled on the spikes.
Yeah, I could bring it up, possibly. I can just slide it from the spike. Is gruesome.
Yeah, it's a little ripe. I mean, he's definitely been here a couple of
Do
days.
you ever get a description on that young boy?
Yeah, vague, but honestly, the decay's kind of catching in, and it looks like something was gnawing upon him. It's pretty brutal.
Well, you said the bag was empty, but is there any other type of identification there, like a lucky charm or
That's a good question.
a shoe that they would know it was his kid's shoe? I don't know. Like,
I mean,
The
yeah,
shepherd's crook.
he's. You know
You're the
what?
first
You know what?
guy
No,
to
no,
use
no.
his name
written on his
Sad-
underwear.
yeah, Sadak,
yeah,
I
there's a
like
name written in his underwear.
Calvin Klein.
That's not Kurt.
No. You know what? I like the. Yeah, he's got his shepherd sling in a pouch,
Okay.
and he was supposed to be a
Oh.
little shepherd boy.
Well, I grab that and throw it in my backpack. I
All
have
right,
one
so
slot
You're
available.
grabbing Kurt's sling.
If
if
you're
it is
saying
Kurt.
that's Kurt, okay.
I mean, if you think, I'm assuming if you didn't think it was Kurt, I don't think you would take it. So I'm going to add.
I,
Are we
I only
bringing
have one
body
thing to go
back
on.
or Kurt back?
Well, we
I
should
mean,
bring the
we're-
body back.
You said we have to bring the body back?
We probably should.
The boy needs
You're
a
not gonna
Well,
partner.
want
remember,
Sling.
yeah, I mean, Amos may want to, and that's entirely up to you. Remember, you guys there's no alignment in this system, and you're not
No.
necessarily heroes.
I want to go back and get treasure, but I don't. But now
Look.
I'm seeing this body as treasure because that can get me paid.
Except remember, his parents are shepherds.
Food.
Look, all we really need is they're looking for closure.
Yes.
I don't
And
think
it's
we can.
there at the bottom of the pit.
Now,
Yes.
But will they pay us more for the body to give?
I don't
to
think they're going to pay
bury?
you anything, honestly.
But
but
your
The gods will
reputation
look
might
favorably upon
increase.
this.
Herbert.
Yes. Amos, if you want to, I mean, I don't know what you could do. If I can't really bring up this body, it's very heavy.
well, yeah.
I'm
So bringing
so
up the
weak.
bringing up the body would definitely require you. I mean, you could put your crossbow into your quiver, so you'd be fine there. But
Yeah.
you would definitely it would be one ob higher to climb out with the body, especially since you
Yeah.
guys don't have a rope.
Yeah, this is terrible.
You can do it, Carlos.
Well, what
I
would
have
be the
faith in
ob
you.
to climb out with it?
Let's take a look.
You said it was one, so
one
two,
high,
three?
one was to close it, but to climb out.
No, that was you. That was you trying to disable it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's see, Dungeoneer. Here we go.
and this is my. I mean, this is beginner's luck for
Yeah.
me.
So it's a vertical pitch 2, but because you're carrying an extra person, essentially it's 3.
So
I can give you a dungeoneering check by like telling you what hand holds the crab.
Yeah, helping him with Dungeoneer from remote is going to be difficult without some way to actually physically help and interact with him.
oh boy.
I got
Giving him
Sapper,
advice is more of a wise, right?
Yeah, I can't do that right now. What about delving as a nature?
Yeah, climbing out of a pit trap does not probably fall within the realm of delving either.
What about
I got nothing,
uh,
man.
what about using my nature then? Persona point to tap into my nature.
Well, you can always do that. You don't. You just
That's
have
what
to.
I'm
You just
thinking.
have to describe it in the fiction of what you're doing. Obviously, climbing out of pits is probably not inside of your elven nature of singing, remembering, or
that's-
hiding. But
Correct. I
you-
mean, hiding in a pit, yes. Coming to my
right.
death,
No. If monsters were coming and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to let the pit trap close and I'm just going to
Yes.
stay down here, that would be fine.
I'm going to do that. I want to get out of here. And taking this body with me is kind of against my nature as well. I see no reason or benefit in that. But Amos
And
has
is that
been
because you don't
quite-
care about humans? Is that what?
Yes, I'm kind of a loner. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I'm going to go with my nature here, so
Okay.
I'm going to tap into that. So I roll.
So you're going to start
beginner's
with
luck.
you're going to start with Dungeoneer, which is
Yes.
beginner's luck. The ob is going to be 2. And then it's going to be up to 2, I think. Is that what I said?
No, you said 3.
Sorry, yeah, you're carrying somebody else, right? So
Mhm.
3.
And you said it's outside my nature.
It is outside your nature. Yep, but you're going to add 6 dice, and this is going to get you 9 dice of 3. Now, you aren't angry. You could use a trait either for or against yourself.
Now the trait can be when you say against. So this is kind of against my loner nature, and the reason that I'm going to get this body for someone else.
Correct. Absolutely.
Okay.
And then that would give you a penalty die. So then you would be only
Yes.
rolling 8
So
dice.
Trait would be loner, and
You're going to use it for against me, which is written very strangely.
against me -1 dice, and then I check one of the checks.
You check one of the checks. Yep.
Okay.
And now you guys
Okay.
have an extra
Smart.
check. All right.
That's really smart.
All right, we're going in on this one.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
nice.
Crushed it.
Beautiful.
Walk up the wall.
Crushed it.
Some
Now I
Legolas
succeeded,
stuff.
so my nature goes down to 5.
So now your nature goes down to 5 of 6. Yes. Because you were successful, but again, that's not you were calling upon your elven powers to do things that weren't really elven in nature. Additionally, your current persona goes down by 1, and your
Yep.
spent
And
persona.
engineering goes up 1 on beginner's luck. Okay, I think I did everything right. Okay.
All right, and now you
Oh.
have this dead body of a boy.
This is what you wanted, Amos.
So at the very
Or
least,
unless you are a prince among elves.
If I found that out, I would not be here.
Would that benefit my belief? Because I believe that I should not leave the dungeon empty-handed. We left him with the body of the boy.
We haven't
Would that
left
count?
Yeah, we haven't left yet. Amos, I got you the body. I'm just more concerned about what are we going to do with the body? We're just going to drag it around with us?
I will wrap the
I-
body in my cloak.
I can carry it. I literally have nothing in my hands because I had to use my crossbow to save you.
Oh, yes. Sturdy dwarf carrying the child. Hope he's not
It
diseased.
is
or
probably
anything.
also gross and disgusting, which makes it a dirty job.
I got a bag.
Ooh.
I pull out my bag. I got a bag.
You're gonna put him in a bag.
I'm gonna put him in the bag.
I mean, it seems somewhat appropriate.
I mean, Amos was going to do cloak. I mean, cloak is much
Amos
more
carrying the decrepit body, the decrepit rotting body is definitely a dirty job. So I will say that your instinct triggers.
100%. I like that.
It does nothing for us, but
Yeah. Well, no, it does. It lets you make the check for free because someone's gonna have to make a laborer check to carry this guy back to town.
all right.
Well, because you're going to be once you make the laborer check, we just assume you've stashed it on your body somewhere, and we don't really worry about the inventory slots impact of that because you're just walking around with it.
Okay.
Well, for
put it in
example,
a cloak. You cloaked it over your shoulder.
right? Yeah, you wrapped it in a cloak, you threw it over your shoulder, and you're hauling it out. You know,
Okay, so I have to make a laborer check,
you do.
Not right now.
Which
You have
is-
to.
Oh yeah, it's an instinct.
Oh,
which is a beginner's luck.
Yep.
And I want to.
You can
do
help him because I have labor.
But it is an instinct. So this is just immediate, straight out.
unless you have the nature description, right?
Right, which he does not.
No.
All right, items to be hauled. Well, normally it's for like candlesticks and stuff, but all right, Boothby. We'll say this is it's a little boy. We'll say it's ob 2. A chest or a box seems about appropriate. Oh, a body is ob 3, but this is a kid, so it's going to be ob 2. All right,
And he's leaked out a lot.
You know what?
Leaked out a lot.
gosh.
I agree. Yeah, so we'll go with the full ob 2. Yeah, there we go. Instead of ob
That's
3.
what makes it a dirty job.
Right, that's exactly
Yes.
right. Right, the cloak might be ruined.
This is 2 dice versus a, but I have supplies because or gear.
Yeah, because
Is it
you're
my
using
cloak?
you're using the cloak. Absolutely, it's a novel use of it, but sure. Technically, it's supplies because I mean, unless you're going to wash it, but we'll just say it's gear.
Jeez. 3 dice versus ob 2.
Yep.
I think is there anything else I can squeeze out of this?
You have a fate points and persona points.
I do. I might spend one of those if it comes up.
Well, I see. That's why you want to use the persona point for a +1 die. I know
Well, it
there's-
depends. I mean, are you looking for more dice or are you looking for penalty dice?
More dice.
You want more dice?
Well, you could either use persona, you could either use a trait, or you could wait until after you roll and potentially use fate to make the 6s explode. Those are your base options.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll wait till after and see if it explodes.
Okay.
come on, baby.
Got it. You got it. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Wow,
wow,
that was
3
beautiful
Nice.
roll.
Wow, huge roll. Okay, so Boothby, mark a beginner's luck on laborer, and the turn advances. Oh no, it doesn't actually.
Instinct.
It's an instinct, so your instinct helped everybody. There we go. So the turn does not advance. The torch is fine. And without hesitation, Amos whips his cloak off, wraps it around the boy's body, and he quickly hoists it up. You can see some fluid leaking down Amos's leather or his leather cloak and dripping into his clothes a little bit. Some bits of
This is
debris
why
and
they've
gunk.
been red this whole time.
Yes, that's right. We were the color choice.
It is definitely a dirty job. But Amos, you now have young boy's body in your. And he's
Make
hoiked
sure
up.
you take a screenshot of just that part of your inventory and share it to the group. Like, what was Dennis or what was Boothby doing today?
Right. Yeah. Well.
Sorry, Saturday crew. We got the body first. I don't know if they were looking for it or not.
It's hard to say what they were doing. I'm not
I
at liberty
do
to
know.
say.
It's just funny.
But
I just like
They're gonna be so happy to hear about the recovered body, and Nitterby is not gonna get any of that praise. So
That's right.
I am happy.
Now you
What's
were
it
on the
gotta
other
get
side of this
back,
pit
though?
trap, Sadak.
Oh.
Did you?
Well, I
Should we
disarmed
look
it,
for
right?
any
So I
other
disarmed
pit
my
traps?
disarm?
What was that,
I-
Matt?
I was like,
I disarmed it. So is it permanently disarmed?
oh yeah, you
or-
disarmed it. You jammed the crossbow in here, and I was like, we got a new icon coming in hot.
Okay.
So the how is
fact-
it so
The fact
quick?
that you have that available.
Of course,
is
I don't
just
have that
a
available.
problem.
I just made it.
I'm just so impressed with all the generative stuff. It's so cool. The web was impressive. The bodies.
I thought the
No
lip was
head.
impressive.
Hey, dude, we could have just taken his head, not the whole thing.
The head wasn't there.
Yeah, apparently the head was not there.
That was what was eaten on.
Yeah, right. Okay, so
Mm.
all right, Amos, you've got it. You got it like, you know what, Amos, you
So
throw
large.
No, you throw it on the spear, you know.
That's where the head's at.
Bad. This is so bad.
No.
Well,
He,
it's
no.
like in the sack.
Yeah, he takes the cloak. It's like
Oh.
it's like a
Hobo
sack,
Yeah,
but it
yeah.
contains
Super
the
peasant of you.
yeah.
Super
It's,
peasant
very
of you.
it's very peasant of him. He's making all use of the buffalo. You know, he's just
Yeah. Sadek, are there before we get on the other side of this
one sec.
crap-
I'm going to change
Oh,
real
yeah.
quick the screen, and I. Beowulf pointed out that the sound doesn't carry over, so I'm going to capture. No, I have a separate screen that lets people see your inventory, but I didn't bring over the sound input. So when we were switched to it very briefly during the shot, like it was nothing. So I just wanted to show people the dead body in Amos's inventory.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay. All right, Amos. So you have the dead body, presumably Kurt's, unless there's some other shepherd peasant boy who fell in here recently and died down a pit trap. And now you guys find yourselves partway into this still mist-filled room. Erber, the mists seem to be like swirling around the pit, and you can clearly see now that there's some sort of magical force that is trying to close this pit back up. But and in fact, the other door does close, but the side that you jammed open stays remaining open.
Is
I say we
there
get out of here, return this, and then come back.
Wise.
is there a religious significance to this at all?
None that
The
you're
dragon symbol, blue mist, anything like that?
none that come to immediately to your mind.
Hey, Elf, do you know anything about this dragon symbol? This is an elf temple.
If I wanted to think hard, I could. I don't know if time for thinking is now. I think the time for staircasing is now.
All
Unless
right.
you really want me to start thinking.
Man, scare. Let me get unpissed off right now because I'm not leaving with any gold,
All right.
and then I'll help you. Then let's say we do it.
Right.
Point of order question.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
asked,
do your point of order question. I'm going to use the rest real quick.
then how are you going to answer the point of order question?
He can't hear you. He took off his headphones. I think he thought you were at point of order to us.
So-
No, that's what I meant at all. But
But-
what I was thinking is that I asked if there's anything religious significance.
Yes.
He didn't ask me to make a check. I'm presuming because even a success would have been like there is no religious significance that you can determine.
Maybe.
It's like searching for traps. You don't have to make a roll for searching for traps if there's no trap to be found.
No, I think you have to make a roll, don't you? You have to make
No.
a sapper check.
Right, but he said that it doesn't do a turn.
Yeah, pretty
time
much.
you
You
check
just
does a
roll
turn.
unless there is. You could say I'm searching
Yeah.
for traps, and then
He doesn't call for a roll unless there is a trap there.
So, but if I say I want to try to remember this, he's gonna see. I guess if I remember something, it's gonna cost us a
it's-
check.
Yeah, if it's important, it may cost a check.
I didn't know that. I thought it was anytime we make a decision like that.
All right. Sorry about that.
So we were discussing the point of order question was for you, not them.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
So, I had asked about if there was any religious significance, but you didn't call for a roll or
Yeah.
a turn. Is that because even on a successful knowledge roll, there would have been nothing to discover with religion knowledge?
Pretty much. Yeah. I'm not going to make you make a roll that's not going to result in any sort of, you learn
Right.
nothing is.
Yeah, it's like it was like searching for traps. You don't roll unless there's a trap to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was sort of thinking more of maybe a history check from the elf because this is an elven temple, and the elves like to deal with dragons and mythical creatures like that. So,
Well, let me think.
but like I said, let me get unpissed off, and then I can help.
Look, I don't need you, dwarf. I can do this
That's
myself.
like you do. You just fell in a pit. You just literally fell in one of y'all people's pits. You need me.
One pit's another pit. It happens all the time. But this dragon head, let me go take a look at this real quick. This mist.
Watch out for more pits.
Yeah,
Karen
thank you.
Loss, you fall into another pit.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just told you to watch out for another pit.
After he says he goes, I'm going to look at it.
Maybe not fall into the pit this time. Maybe like try and jump over it.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, I think I would be a little bit
Karan
more
Loss.
adapt to it.
The pit opens up underneath you and you begin to fall. I don't know if you're more surprised or less surprised.
Less surprised.
All right, so go ahead and make a health check.
Yep.
And we'll just say it's OB1 since you were apparently ready for this. And you know what? Erber was shouting out, "Be careful for a pit." Just as actually, Erber, you could totally help him with this with a wise, because this is totally Folly of Elves wise. For sure. So
That's aid though.
that is aid, yeah.
But he can't help me because he's angry.
Oh, right, he can. Yeah. Actually,
just
no.
being a smart
In this
ass.
case, I'll allow it because he's like, "You dumb fuck."
Yeah. All right.
Fucking elves.
I feel pretty good about this though.
Okay, yeah, you got pretty good health, so.
Oh yeah, crushed it.
All right, well, mark another pass for health. You succeed. Erber, if you don't already, you can mark a pass for your wise for Folly of
I did.
Elves. Okay,
So I have a Fate and Persona left. What happens when those fill up?
great question. Something.
Okay.
So remember, the Fate and Persona are when you're making a check. If you fail, you can use a Fate, and that wise applies to what you're doing.
Okay.
You can use a Fate point to re-roll one failed die, so you get another crack at it. If you use a Persona point and it applies, you get to re-roll all your failed dice.
Okay.
If your wise fills up, you can either take a new wise, or you can keep that wise and mark a advancement on something. I don't exactly remember what happens, but you get some sort of
We can figure out
advancement.
later. No big
Yeah.
deal. I still got. I don't even have a Persona point, so it ain't happening.
No,
yet.
I know. But I'm just saying you get some sort of a additional advancement from it. I just don't remember where it is in the book.
I'm a little light on my feet as I, press down on the trap, and Erber yelling at me. I'm able to quickly shift over to my left foot and not completely fall, and I just kind of swivel out, light as a feather.
Yep. All right. Another turn on the grind. And now you find yourself face to face with the pit, by the way, opens up. You obviously see where it is. Again, the azure mist swirls in. It is
Another human body. Unbelievable.
It is another 30-foot deep. Is another 30-foot deep pit trap. And it is completely empty.
Okay. I would like to.
After a few
examine-
moments, the
Yes.
mist swirls into the stone, and the stone recloses.
Interesting.
All right.
I
You now
wonder if
stand.
This has happened in other elven temples that we've designed.
You now stand before the large dragon's door. The chipped sculpture framing the door is a foreshortened dragon's head, and the dragon has a outstretched gaping maw. And as you look, you can see that from the two nostrils, this blue mist spirals and spills out like a fucked up magic dragon humidifier.
Amazing. It's cleared the nostrils very well.
Oh yes.
Well, I'm trying to think if there's any significance here.
Wait.
Yes, sorry.
The mist is coming out of the dragon's
The nose.
statue.
Yes.
I wonder if we can plug the nose if it'll keep the pit traps from closing.
I mean, does it matter?
If we know where it's at, who cares?
Well, we already know where two are. Right? This whole room could be a pit trap, as far as I'm aware.
But which means they just won't close.
Be one of those silly old school D&D dungeons. You jump over a pit trap into another
Well,
pit trap.
Look
Or
who made
maybe
the,
it
look who
only
made the
works
dungeon.
if-
I mean, yeah.
Maybe the traps can only work if the thing is
And that is true too. Judging by the non-real picture in front of us, it would take me quite a climb to cut up and close this nostrils. And I don't know what I would close it with.
It's a big door, but it's not that big. From a size perspective.
You could take the kid's rags, stuff it up into the nose.
Yeah, so now that you're here closer up to it, Bob, you can see that this is a stone door, and it is it's two large stone, it's like two stone doors divided by into two halves. And then in the middle, there is a sort of circle of stone that has like a U-shaped handle sticking out from it.
Okay.
but that's the only thing. That's the only sign of
Single or two of them to pull
No, just one in the middle.
in the middle.
Yeah,
In
so
the
just
in
like
the
a
crease.
just like a druid.
Yeah, you said there's a circle in the middle.
Yeah, so where
and
the
then there's
doors
sticking
meet.
out a handle.
Yeah, and there's one handle sticking out. Yeah.
How the hell does the door open?
Mhm.
Is there a keyhole or anything?
Uh,
I'm just putting in for the notes.
yeah, no,
That's
no,
all
no.
I'm at.
Well,
Fucking
looking at the
design.
door, you don't see any sign of a keyhole.
Does this remind me of any significance that elves would do something this drastic in their dungeons with these dragon-headed mist things? I get traps, but like
I mean,
this
there's
is quite different.
I mean, there's very clearly something. This room is trapped. You know, there's something going on with this door. It's not unusual. I mean, there's clearly something important or special is behind here.
Well, I don't want to put the door open if there's a way out up the stairs. What would you guys think? Do you guys think we should go up the steps or through the scary, spooky door?
I think
Well-
we should watch our footsteps. And
Yeah, I know.
and go
Someone needs to
towards-
start poking around.
I take whatever's left of my crossbow and start using it as a freaking a little walking stick thing in front of us.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I would
So you're
start using
making
my
you're
quiver.
making your way back to the stairs, but very
that what-
carefully. Is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Well, luckily, there's no more pit traps.
Okay, I found them all, guys.
Or so you think. But you do make your way eventually to a ancient worn set of steps that kind of start moving their way up and higher as you begin proceeding out. However, you have one turn to the grind and your torch is still good. So what do you guys want to do? You want to go up this stairway?
I think so, guys. What do you guys?
Yeah,
what do you guys
I say yes.
okay, we
Sounds right.
Now, this is a pretty narrow passage, so I want to make sure that I have your order. Your light.
I'll be in front.
So
because
Karen
I'm-
Loss in front, Sadak behind because he has the torch,
Yes,
and then Erber. And
Amos third.
who's in the rear?
Pay attention, like
Berber in the
poke
rear.
stuff.
Erber in the rear. Okay.
Should we light a candle or a?
Well, I don't have anything in my hand, so I guess I'll light a candle for myself because
Yeah.
I can hold a torch. Probably a torch would be better because it does two.
It does. Torch does do
Okay.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
If
you have
anybody's got a
torches?
torch I can use,
Yeah, I can give you one of mine.
I'll take a torch too. So
Yeah.
we all have full light.
Like,
Can we use a torch as a weapon?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a chance it goes out though.
Yeah, I get that.
Can you give him a torch counter or a timer, Mr. Derek?
Mm-hmm. What is happening here? Oh, I know what's happening. Oh, that's what's happening. I was never intended for this. You guys have broken the game. There we go. Okay, so you guys are all in bright light.
Excellent.
Okay, and that's your order from left to right.
Yep.
Okay, and you need a torch timer. Erber's carrying it.
I think I already got somebody already put it on me.
No, the timer up in the.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so,
There's a little shield and
yeah, it's a 2 o'clock basically. So you guys got a couple of torches going. Okay, well, you begin making your way up.
A little carefully this time.
What does that mean?
I want to go a little lighter on the feet as I'm coming. I've been kind of charging through a little
Okay.
bit, not even really looking. I've been like, oh, staircase, go forward. Now I'm kind of like peering up ahead. Maybe getting a little bit of firm grasp if there's a handle or
Got
something
it.
on the wall.
Well, you are moving into a new area.
Yes.
Are you triggering?
I can't.
You can. It just takes a turn.
I look at the turns are critical here.
So,
You guys want me to use this?
Well, remember too, you only get the fate point for using your instinct if you use your instinct and it helped the party.
Okay, then I definitely want to use it because I
Yeah.
definitely want to try to help the party, and
Right.
I want to get those fate points.
Yeah.
So
and I
you
think
guys soon as-
what we kind of want to do what we're doing anyways. So I think it's going to cost us a check regardless.
okay.
So and then we have an entire 4 more checks before we're going to get another one from the grind. So at that point we can start considering maybe it's time to make camp if possible.
Okay.
Well, we need to get checks for camp so we can.
Well, we have enough to at least go to camp. We may not be able to do a lot with it, but we
Right.
do have at least 2 checks.
You do have to.
Yes.
You can go to camp. Erber and Karen Loss have checks, so that is a thing.
All right.
All right, so
Let's take a look
Karnlos.
ahead.
Yeah, so go ahead and make a scout roll.
Yep.
As you
could
sort
always
of
just start banking checks right now to go to camp too.
correct.
Okay. Interesting. I'm trying to think if I can use anything else in my trait here. Not a firstborn. Not really doing a loner here.
Well, also
I'm not really
you've
calm either. So
you've
I don't think
also you've also already used your loner, so you can't use that one again for checks.
Got it.
Okay.
What can you use it for? Negative. You can't use it all for the session.
No, you can still get a bonus die for loner. You can only earn checks from a trait once a session.
Got it. Yeah, I don't think any of them apply right now, so it doesn't really make any sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so 4, and then what's the OB?
The OB is 2.
Okay, this is gonna be a little tough, guys, but I'm gonna try to do what I can here.
No,
No, you can't help. I'm using my instinct.
But
like no.
oh, and because they're not, I can't help you. All right, because I'm angry as well.
Right.
Wait,
You're also-
Also true.
I don't
Well,
know.
nature. It says I can't use my nature, right? Beneficial traits. We
We-
we talked about if he was doing his scouting, because I can sneak.
Right. Well,
It's
that's
fine,
if he's
but
using
if
his
he was
scouting for like the sneaky part of
Reconnaissance.
scouting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gotcha.
reconnaissance. But this is him using more for like keeping an eye looking for
Yeah.
traps
Alright.
and things of
Here we
problems.
go.
What about
Yeah.
delving?
What about
Nature.
delving? Sure. Yeah, you're keeping an eye out as you move through a dangerous underground passage. Maybe you're keeping an eye out for potential rock falls or destruction of that nature. So you're
Or
you can,
steps that like would would decompress when you step on them.
Sure.
Freaking,
Now, I didn't think
the
you could
old
help me if I'm
boulder
using my
comes on top of it.
instinct.
he can with nature.
Oh, so that is one of your nature then. That's your
Yeah, his
delving,
nature is
crafting,
delving.
and negotiation.
So
Okay, so
Karnlos,
that's-
you get a bonus die?
I get a bonus. It's called. You just put the help one up.
Yep, it's just helping.
Okay, perfect.
I'm
Oh,
just
there it
yelling
says
at
for
him again.
nature.
Well, no, this is helping. You're right up there with
Yeah.
him. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, Elf, you're not
I
gonna
got
fall in
this.
another pit.
Yeah,
trap.
yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
I'm pushing him forward a little bit.
Okay,
Alright.
we got it.
All right.
Hey,
So Karnlos, that does take a turn. So mark a pass on your scout.
Yes.
And as you are moving up the stairs, the dwarf is right behind you, and you're noticing that there's actually a lot of traffic on these stairs. And as you begin moving up, you're and with 2 torches going, you're able to quickly kind of make sense. Your ranger your ranger training kind of kicks in. You kind of go full Aragorn. You bend down and you realize a couple of things. Number 1, these stairs have recently, or I should say, these stairs have a large amount of traffic up and down them from
Mhm.
small clawed footprints.
Goblins.
is it the same footprints I saw outside?
Erber, it is. Second, those footprints are intermixed with some more recent footprints. One is very small, like a young child's footprints. You see them coming in, you don't see them coming out. But over top those, the most recent footprints, in fact, you can tell from the way that they're layered on top of each other, a large group of perhaps 4 to 5 humanoids
The other group.
came down these stairs not that long ago, and you can tell from the footprints came out.
They went down and up it.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a promising sign, I think.
I know those footsteps anywhere.
Karnlos, from the weight distribution of the thing, you could tell that the group consisted of at least 1 halfling, 1 elf, and 3 humans.
Oh gosh, another adventuring party.
All right.
Recently too.
Everybody become hungry and thirsty.
Yep.
Herber goes, if they went down and up, they must have found something good. We gotta go. We gotta find something good too.
Well, it also means
We did find something good. A good cause.
what
Herber
it
just
does
looks at you
mean
like-
is they might have found that door as well, and they might be trying to get there before us, and that's not good. They could get the treasure before us. So
Didn't you say the pouch was empty?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
So if they found that and
Oh, they looted that room so much already.
but they left the
They left
body.
the body. What
That could help us.
They look. Aren't they team bad
I have an
guy?
idea.
Aren't they?
I have an idea.
That's
an
exactly
idea.
what Ninderby would do.
That's exactly.
I have an idea. We got this. I got you.
All right. Well, just to clarify, so you find all those tracks, then the stairs continue, and then abruptly the stairs end, and there's a lot of rock and debris, and you find that the stairs enter into the side of a large vertical shaft.
I wish we were right there.
Does this shaft look familiar?
It sure does. And I might be giving you too much credit. I think there is a series of hammer spikes dug into
their way down.
dug into the side of the side of the stone wall,
Hey,
forming a kind of makeshift ladder down to the.
well, I mean, they saw the
They did see the
freaking
broken
break,
rope.
so,
Yes, that's true.
I mean, you can't miss that. So they're like, we're not going to do the same thing.
Remember, do not jump back down. I know you want that necklace.
Herber, you can see from the shimmer of torchlight the gleam of treasure.
He's like,
There's a skeleton looking up at you. With
Yeah, there's a skeleton looking over at you, like flicking you off.
he's like, I'm coming for you. That's my
Well.
next freaking goal. I will get it.
What do you guys think? I think
we
that
should
this.
leave. I want to talk to the shepherds.
I don't think we should. I actually think we know we should go check out this door very quickly.
Now I want to get paid. We got something we can get paid on.
We could go back to town and I guess we have coin. You know, we're not going to be hopeless in town.
True.
We could
We're
try
also
to see if
angry,
we could
exhausted.
resupply.
Yeah, we should
It's not a
resupply.
bad
I need a new
idea.
weapon because I had to get rid of mine for some reason.
Ah, that's a good point.
That is true.
Well,
We could-
how these pitons? I kind of lean out the opening and grab one. They seem pretty secure.
Yeah, it looked like someone knew what they were doing.
Someone way smarter than us.
Just
better rolls.
Yeah.
so just
Yeah,
a couple of
luckier.
just a couple of things. You can use checks on your way to town, but you can only use them to recover from conditions. So if you have checks remaining from the adventuring phase as you're moving into town, you may spend them to recover from conditions as you're approaching the town. If for some odd reason you have unspent checks and no conditions, you should count your lucky stars and then you discard your checks. So
What would it be to, like, we get to town, how do we recover kind of thing?
yeah, so the way town works, and we haven't really dealt with this, and I didn't think we were going to be doing this, but the way the town works is as you take actions, you accumulate what's called lifestyle costs. You want to stay at the inn? Lifestyle costs. You want to take care of some personal business? Lifestyle costs. You want to go to the town market? Lifestyle costs. Each thing that you're doing that increases your lifestyle costs is increasing the ob of how much you're going to have to pay when you leave town. That's when the bill is due. And you're going to make a resources check in order to pay that bill. Now, your resources are all 0, except for Herber's, who's 1. So you're going to be rolling 1 die. So if the ob is 3, you're in trouble. However, what you can do is you can spend treasure, and that gives you those bonus dice to make that resources check.
Okay.
And if you fail the resource check, each point of treasure that you used protects you, insulates you from what's called the tax penalty. The way that your nature taxes when you fail it, when you fail a resources check, you also get taxed. However, if you're paying with cold hard cash or valuable gems, essentially the debt collectors don't come for you because you actually paid your bill.
Well, I think this is a wise choice to maybe at least go back for one quick night stay, talk to the shepherd,
Well,
and
Town
give
is never a
weapon.
quick night.
Well,
Town-
whatever the quickest you said about accumulating resources or the bill at the end.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to spend a freaking month there,
Got it.
but
Okay.
like we want to go talk to the shepherd.
Does returning going to talk to the shepherd with their kid, does that count as going to town?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, we're carrying a body right now. We can't be just dungeon delving with the body. I mean, we could, but we probably shouldn't be. And we have
with the body recovered and the immediate exit apparent. If we want to continue the rest of this day with the door or something, I'm fine with
just the door, maybe.
Yeah,
but if you open
yeah.
the
So
door
I will
and they
say
get
this:
attacked by-
if we go to town, I'll probably end the session there a little early and all that other stuff. If you guys do go to town,
Let's go check out this door.
Yeah, I mean, but
Son
we've recovered Kurt and we've found the way out, so we've got 2 goals.
I mean,
That's
that
nice.
is good. I did like getting those goals knocked out.
Okay.
I swear, if we open this door and there's a freaking black unicorn in there, I'm be so pissed.
Oh no! What is my? Oh, I'm on.
Well, yeah, but that you would
No.
you would have accomplished. I mean, you
That was my
accomplished your
old goal. It's not my goal anymore.
You can't. Oh, I mean, you can't bank it for the future. I go back to the.
I go back.
We need to go back.
Um,
We need to go back, Kate. We need to go back. All right. All right. Well, you guys make your way back down to. Oh no!
Avoiding the pit traps.
Yeah. What just happened?
And for purposes of carrying this dead body around, you said the laborer check, it's not an issue, or
No, it's not.
okay, so I'm not worried about hands and stuff like that with the body.
Right. What just happened to all your guys' numbers?
What did happen to our
Yeah, they all-
numbers?
Interesting.
They're still on the sheet.
Yeah.
Okay. Weird.
It was very odd.
Did you put an extra background or something on top of it? Or
I mean, I
something?
moved a background, but I mean, I didn't think I changed anything. They definitely seem to be just gone. Weird. All right, I won't worry about it right
It's
now.
still working. Here, let me see if I.
No. The way that those numbers work
Yeah,
is
it's just those. It's just those top ones.
weird. Okay.
Oh, I
Maybe-
need to light a new torch.
Maybe it's just a shitty roll 20 thing.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, Sadok, your torch is out. Yep. Okay. Herber, you still got a turn left on yours.
Magnificent door. Definitely carved
right.
by elven
So
hands.
you re-enter the room, and again, it's a swirling. It's a swirling mist flowing from the dragon's thing. There's a empty jug of wine sitting in the middle of the room. A disabled pit trap with parts of a crossbow forming a sort of pseudo brace wedged open, and then there's another pit trap that you know exists near and in front of that large stone door.
I feel like we should take a gander at this door
So-
in terms of traps.
So now that you've made your way to the other side of this room, I will say there is also another, and now that you've been following these tracks, Bob, there are also several smaller doors and rooms off of this chamber that you're in, besides the one that you entered from that leads to the halls and the stairway out. There's this large door. However, there is a very well-weathered, beaten wooden door in the corner of this room that leads to somewhere else in the dungeon, that you can see that the clawed humanoid footprints that are coming up and down the stairway lead to and from that door.
Are there any other footprints in front of this door besides the ones that I've just made?
None.
Interesting. Well, Sadok, you seem to be a little. Well, actually, I don't know if it's you or Herber here. Which one of you knows more about things popping out and poking me?
Are you talking about Sapper?
Yeah.
Scout,
without saying it.
Scout is used for finding traps. Sapper
Oh.
is used for disarming them.
Well,
gotta
then
do
I will
both.
take a gander at this door.
And
Yeah.
while you are taking gander at the door, I'm going to have a sandwich.
Oh, okay. That is
Can
true.
I have a sandwich too?
I mean, if you guys got the rations, smoke them if you got them.
Yeah, you might want to throw some around real quick. How many you got?
That's so
Since,
weird that those things just like disappeared.
Do you need one?
I
for
do.
this? All right. I will destroy a sandwich.
Thank you. Not bad. I've had better. This cookie was not as fresh when you sent it over in the mail.
Perhaps if you had eaten them before a month and a half has passed.
Listen,
I timidly watched the sandwich get changed, and the audible grumble of my stomach is heard.
And by sandwich, I mean dried rations on top of dried rations on top of dried rations.
yes,
and
it's pickled, salted, brined, dried, or smoked. Preserved rations can be an acquired taste. That's what it says.
So
Okay.
I assume you give one to Sadak as well.
I gave one to you.
Does Sadak I think needs some food.
He doesn't
You can have
ask
some
for
wine.
one. He just watches It's changed. It's
Oh,
like,
okay.
well, because I think I'm a little shy.
Okay.
Sadak, do you need a sandwich?
Yes.
Do you need some preserved rations?
You remember you could just drink wine,
You
Sadak.
could just drink wine.
But wine also helps with something else, right?
Anger. Yeah.
All right.
So I shall delete another, or decrease another.
Wait, don't you
Field
have a
rations.
sandwich? You have fresh rations on you.
But I could make a nice big meal.
Okay. Okay.
He'd rather starve than eat alone.
He's like,
That's the
these
peasant's
don't
job.
taste right. We need the spices on them.
All right.
Well,
So
while I now that I feel like I'm not as hungry anymore after
Yep.
that delicious
Yeah.
cracker sandwich, I'm gonna feel around the door. I'm gonna look around. Like, is there something gonna pop out at me? I've heard of traps on handles.
Yep.
Like,
All right.
And this is where we could help him with.
Yeah, so now you're
Sapper.
here. So you could help him with Sapper or you could help him with Scout, obviously. But remember, if you help and there's a condition that gets applied, you get stuck with it too.
mm-hmm. Do you know what the OB is?
But I will.
No, because this is a Scout thing. Now, I mean, I'll say this, like, describe what you're doing, but yeah, because it's not, if it's something that's like a known factor, then you will know what the, you know what I mean? Like how
Gotcha.
hard of a climb is, but you don't know
okay.
if there's any traps here or not. So
Gotcha.
So I will kind of in Colonel's ear as he's looking around for these traps and locks. I say, I regale him on a story of how we used to lock the doors at the inn, and I'm going to provide aid lock-wise.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That works.
Excellent. What about Urber? Can you look over on this side? Maybe you seem to be well with these dungeons.
I'll be like, so make sure your feet are steady. Make sure your hands are not positioned in a spot that could have an easily hidden needle or anything on them.
Mhm, mhm.
Don't just reach and grab the handle.
The elf puts his hand back as he's going to do that.
I've already fallen into two things
A lot
today.
of times they'll put it on the inside, so you just reach and grab and you just put your hand against any needles or
Okay,
sharp
take a look.
instrument. You might
Okay.
get
Unless I have
tetanus-
so much faith in you, I do
tetanus.
not need to help you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so Sadak is providing aid. Urber is helping. Karanlos is using Scout as he examines this doorway. Karanlos making Ob 3
Oh, it's a big roll.
Scout check
Shit.
for a concealed.
All right, let me think about this. Do I have? No. See, I think my traits are kind of booty. I need to calm. Like never comes up.
And you have to roll, so I bet you're finding one either way.
Yeah. All right, we're just rolling. Here we go. Oh, these are all bad. No.
All right, so
Wait, I can use the fate to explode this 6.
you could use Fate to explode 1/6.
That's what I
Or
wanted.
do you have any wises that would apply here? What are your wises?
No, folly to dwarf wise, and my other one's a town that we haven't decided yet on.
Okay, so no.
So I'm gonna use a fate.
Okay, so on the
to
roll
explode the
window.
6.
Yeah, so on
Oh,
the
it's
roll.
still in the roll window. Okay.
Yeah, it does do everything. So mark luck.
Where is that? Oh, you're right here. Okay.
So
Yep.
notice how the thing is set up so that you just start at the left-hand side and you go down
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you go to
yeah.
the middle
Cool.
column and go down. All right, so you're going to subtract 1 from Fate and add 1 to spend. And then how many
That.
6s did you roll? 1?
1.
Yeah, so put 1, not a negative
Yep.
1, and then roll luck.
Damn it.
So you did not get any bonus successes.
I need to. You should also give me the bad stuff. I realized I'm so angry, so I would have had to have helped with the actual skill, not provided aid.
Yes. Very
You just helped me instead. Okay. Okay.
got it.
Uh.
All right, so you guys begin examining the door. However, luckily, as you're sort of moving up towards the nostrils, you're taking advice. However, this is not going to be a success with a condition. Instead,
Oh, this is a failure.
it's a twist. Right. So the twist is, as the elf begins moving up towards the dragon's mouth, you spot at the very last instant a keyhole set back in the gullet of the dragon's mouth.
That's cool.
But as you do so, suddenly the dragon's eyes glow green, and the blue mist spewing from its nostrils turns a violet shade of green, and a putrid cloud of poisonous death pours out from the dragon's mouth. Everyone is struck by a wave of poisonous gas. Everyone make an OB3 health check.
Now, this is even before. So okay, you're right, because it's not conditioned. This is just the twist.
This is a twist. Guys. It affects everybody. There's no, but there is a wave of poison gas sweeping over the party from this trap as you guys mess with this too much. All right, so
I use the trait Born of Earth and Stone.
Yeah.
Of my intensity.
Yeah. Describe Urber's intensity.
Actually, I have 6 dice right now.
Why do you have 6?
I don't know. That's what it said. You said use my health. That's 5.
Right. So you're assuming you're using the trait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was actually thinking, well, I don't want to give myself -2. Then it'd be a 3.
You can only use 1 trait per die roll, either for or against yourself.
But doesn't it subtract 2 dice?
No, it's 1. It's that's only if you're using a it's 1 die.
1 die.
But it would become right. So you go from 5 to 4. So essentially, it would be a 6. Yes.
But I want to get a check for it either way. I don't get a check if I use it.
Yeah, you do not get a check for it if you use it for you.
All right, I'll use against.
So how is that against you? Like descriptively, like how is that?
I think I'm stronger than I actually am. I'm like, oh, this is nothing.
Okay, all right, yes. The dwarf steps up and he's just like, elven poison. This is like for children. He just
poison.
All right, so Urber, go ahead and mark. So you're using Born of Earth and Stone. Urber, mark instead of for me, you're going to mark for against me. And then go ahead and mark a check, Urber, on the right-hand column, so you earn an additional check. And
come on. Oh no.
Okay, Urber fails. All right, moving down.
I'm gonna roll next.
Point, right?
What's that, Urber?
I can't lose a fate point.
You don't have a 6.
You don't have a 6, so no.
No. Oh well.
All right, I'm going next. Here we go. 4 versus 3.
Yep.
That's how it's done.
All right, Karanlas succeeds.
Elf gas.
No. Urber sees the weak elf is about to get hit, and Urber pushes the elf out of the way and just takes the full blast of it. And he's like, I fucking told you, don't fuck with the thing's mouth.
We should have fucking left. I told you we should have fucking left.
All right.
I see.
Sadok.
Is it against me 1?
Against you gives you 1 die.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. 1 die for you or 1 die against you, and it either takes up your trait or it costs you your trait. Or it gives you a check.
And
the ob is
3, and I roll with a 3.
So you're using quick-witted?
I think I'm going to try.
Okay.
But I'm gonna use it. I think I'm gonna use it against me.
Oh, okay. So how does your quick-wittedness hurt you?
I scramble to look for something that is to maybe use my cloth, but I get a full face of it, or I work tastefully, and I actually in my trying my speed to get out of it, I just hyperventilate and I get more of it in me.
Awesome. Panicking. So mark a check and go ahead and roll 2 dice versus 3.
That's so funny.
The halfling's like, huh, and then he just ends up sitting there and just takes the full blast of it, and then obviously he's going to fail. Unless you're for some odd reason gonna, I don't know, you have no persona left.
Oh, I didn't get it. I didn't get a 6. I was like, well, if I get a 6 on one of these,
all right,
I'll go for it.
So you fail as well. And lastly, Amos.
It's like, I'm not even in the room.
Oh, you're fine.
Hey, you know what? You weren't. You totally weren't. All right. So the smoke, the green gas begins pouring out. Amos, who is standing back, is spared the brunt of it and is totally fine. Karanlas is pushed aside by Urber, who takes the full blast of poison for this dumb elf. While Sadok, trying to figure out a clever way to get out of this, panics and just gets blasted with the with the poisonous gas. You begin coughing, violently spasming and vomiting, and when it comes clear, you manage to pour your way from it. Erber and Sadak, the poison has not killed you, but it has left you sickened.
Oh, sick. That's way down that list, isn't it?
Yes.
1d to skills, nature, will, health. Oh.
In addition,
one, though, that we can...
you can shake this one off instantly by sweating out the fever, but you do lose 1 point from one of your skills or ability points permanently. Additionally, when you are sick, you are potentially killable. If it would, like, for example, another poison gas trap or a disease or a poison or something like that were to affect you, then that would be potentially.
You said you can sweat it out from one of your skills. Can it be from?
No, I pick.
What are your? Oh, damn it. I was wondering.
I pick.
Is it now? Is the gas dissipating now?
Oh yes. The trap has done its trapping.
Interesting.
Now, and you begin to see the blue energy swirling around the dragon's head as its eyes return to not glowing green, and after a few moments, the blue mist begins pouring out again.
Well, either we need a
Like we
key
need
to
a
turn
key.
off the gas, or we need a key to get into the room. I didn't actually get to the door.
So
Didn't I
I'll
ask
read
if
this.
there-
I'll read this just because you guys are here. Alternatively, at any point after acquiring the sick condition, a player can opt to have their character sweat out the fever. Sweating out a fever comes at a cost. I'd reduce your will, your nature, or a will-based skill by 1 die permanently and remove the condition. You will also erase all past and fail advances for that skill or ability.
Damn.
And you can do this at any time, including right before you're about to make a roll.
I go.
Right
Oh,
now,
shit.
keep it, but...
Also, Erber's torch has burned out.
Oh
I go,
no.
Elf, didn't I ask you if there was a keyhole? You were literally at this door, and you didn't see a keyhole.
Well, you see, when the green gas came out, I looked up. That's where I saw that keyhole.
Looked up. And I'm the short one. I thought you were talking about this place is made for short people. Now you're
Yes,
tall.
to
and you didn't
capture
look
you.
up.
Not enough of this bickering. We gotta stick this. We're alive. That's all that matters.
The problem is, I wanted to get in the door and I can't get in the door.
We need a key. We should have been delving
There,
for.
there
Don't
are,
you have
there,
lockpicks?
there are other small
Oh yeah, do you have
alcoves.
lockpicks?
Can you? Like, I ain't touching it. I gotta freaking. I'm gonna get a gas mask or something.
Well,
I ain't doing it.
Picking locks is a criminal test, but yeah.
I don't have that. I can do a. freaking-
Oh,
You have thieves' tools.
yeah,
I-
I can do a luck test, but I guarantee we'll set that trap off again because
I'm
it doesn't
quite
look
good
like that
with,
thing doesn't. This whole room has resetting traps. You think this one's not gonna have that?
oh, I think it for sure resets.
I'm quite good.
Oh
at,
no, we gotta stay in the dungeon, find treasure. Oh, a minor obstacle. We should leave.
No, I said down. I already knew where treasure that.
Amos,
You all right.
everyone has
We need to
multiple
find the
conditions
stairs.
except for you.
No. Now you're like, we should go back. We fucking found the outside already. Let's go back and check the door one more time.
Just once more. We had some time before,
Well,
nightfall.
maybe there's a concession. I could help if I could. I have a talents in unlocking doors.
Okay.
I could try to use the tools.
Here.
Or as we observed, there are other smaller rooms around here. Maybe we spend the rest of our day
How confident
looking
do you
for small.
I can put you up my shoulder so you can reach it. We can do
I
this
mean,
together.
If you pull that off, that would be pretty clever of you to be able
Would it be
to.
fresh? Would you-
Okay, it would be, but also remember, being sick gives you a -1 die to all skill rolls.
Damn.
Just FYI, just letting you know.
I mean, I would help you by putting you on my shoulder so you can
Well,
get a good vantage point.
Can you help with criminal?
No.
Is there anything else that helps with criminal?
It's a great question. Well, remember, you can always describe to me how you're helping.
I was helping with my health. 'cause
I
I'm
will
tall.
I will determine if that helps or not. Now, there are certain skills that always help. Like criminal is always helped by criminal, scout, and scholar. So
I
if
could
you,
do scout.
Yeah.
easily, like,
but you
save
still have to
lookout,
describe it. Remember, you shouldn't
know-
be
I
thinking
know,
of this
but
in
I'm
terms of
just-
skills. You should be
I
thinking of it in
want to
terms
put
of
him on my
description.
shoulders. I
You
want him to
just wanna
stand
put
on
him
my
your
shoulders.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Elf, I don't want you to get sick. If we
Don't
know
worry,
what
I'll push
happens,
him out of the way. Where's that trap again?
I-
Hit
Now,
trap
I should,
again?
I should,
and
I should-
am also.
I should be very
doing this.
clear here that remember, like I said,
It'll kill me.
it'll, yes.
Could I use your could you hand me your thieves tools for this? I don't have a pair.
Yeah, you can have my thieves.
Yeah, you don't have to move them or anything like that. It's
Okay,
totally fine. We'll just slide it over here.
I'd like to do this on my own. If you guys could, we saw how the vicinity of the smoke was, right? So they can know where to stand and not be affected by this, or is it?
Oh yeah, could we like
impossible?
get to the stairs? I guess.
Yeah, if you guys stay over by the stairs, you guys will be out of the range of that. However, the only way that you'd be able to help him from there is with a
With a wise.
wise.
Which I don't have. You sure you do not want to stand on my shoulders?
I
I got a good look at that.
I couldn't think.
Oh.
I couldn't. If you fell ill from this, I could not live with myself.
Okay, you'll have to tell me once. I'm gonna go over the chair.
One thing I would like to say: if we open this door,
Yep.
and this is out of game,
Yeah.
out of game. We open this door. We got about a half an hour left, and the other group comes down and then goes through the door that we just opened up for them, and gets all the treasure.
Look, I'm telling you, we could do this, or maybe Sada can do it. I have
Is the
confidence in
door?
him.
Does the Okay, I'm lock wise, and we saw the door. Is it look like a very expertly made lock?
I mean, it's just it's a stone. It's a keyhole in the dragon's mouth, and you
Yeah, that's all I-
barely got to look at it, and the smoke is
Yeah.
pouring out from it, and so it's
I tell you what I know.
It's a whole
That's all I
thing.
got.
Okay, well, stand back,
All right, go to the
and
stairs.
I wipe my brow, and I sweat out my sickness.
Uh-oh.
oh, you're
Oh,
sweating
God.
out your sickness.
Yep.
All right, Sadak, what am I going
Eric, go easy on him. This is cool.
I can't believe you're actually doing this.
I love it. Worst case scenario is we take the body back.
Sadak, you're sweating out your sickness. What am I gonna? You know what, Sadak? As you, I'm sorry, buddy. You know you got to pay the price. Unfortunately, you wanna come for the king, Sadak. As you sweat out the fever, the poison gas has distorted your sense of smell and taste buds. Your cook
Cook.
is reduced.
No,
Make it work, my man. Make it work.
But you sweat out you sweat out the sickness, so you can get rid of the sickness.
So now remind me, what can I spend my fate on that can help me? Because I'm gonna put everything in this thing.
So the only thing that you could do with fate here is luck to explode any sixes, but also because you have Lockwise, if you can spend a fate point to use it's called something.
But I don't think I can because I'm angry, right?
Correct.
Oof. Okay. Well, let's just hope I get some sixes. So it's gonna be
Do you want to try to like take a swig and cure your anger for a
No,
check?
that's a condition. You have to do that
Oh, you have to do that at camp.
in camp.
Dang it.
So I have the lock picks.
Yep. So that's plus 1 die from gear.
All right. This is a criminal.
Yep.
You got this, man. You got it. Show this elf how it's done.
Now I couldn't use. No, I couldn't use there's none of my traits here. So
Well, you can't use your beneficial traits anyways. You're angry.
right. Sorry, I meant my just my nature.
Well, no, your nature
Right.
wouldn't help you anyways because you have criminal, so you couldn't
Right,
you
yeah.
couldn't use that anyways.
Correct. Okay, so then that's just this is a gear plus.
Yep.
And I don't have any traits that I can use.
Yep.
And what is the now? What's the ob?
Now you probably know what the ob is, Ryan, because that's something you can just look up in the book.
Oh, okay.
A simple lock is ob 1.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
A decent lock is ob 2. A
Yeah.
complex lock is ob 4.
Which is this
Looks
one?
like ob 7.
This is ob 4.
Oh, damn complex lock.
Now, someone could help you, Sadok.
How many dice you got?
I only have 4. I roll
You're
perfectly.
4 for 4.
Yeah.
Let's go big or go home. I'm going to help him, and I'm going to sweat out my sickness.
Oh, you're gonna sweat yours out too?
I have to. I could die.
No, you don't have to sweat out your sickness until you're about to make a roll that would potentially kill you. So you could hold off on that.
Okay, cool. I'll be like, I'll go up and like, I got you, man. I got you. And I'll be like,
I go in the lock. I'm like doing it by myself, and then I just feel like the dwarfy hands come around.
it's like the Ghost movie.
Yeah.
it's pottery.
The freaking thing.
All right,
It's
Urber.
like, it's okay, man. I got you.
All right. So Urber, how are you helping?
I'm helping him. Remember when we got poisoned, it's because we did this. Because I'm gonna like use scouting.
Got it.
When we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
poisoned, we are doing this and this.
Yep.
So if we just try to stay off to the right and not going to the left, and like it's like I had a dream of this game that I want to create. It's called I think it's called fixing somebody or something like that, where like you stick in and you grab like little white body parts of people, and then it would like zzz, like so I gotta figure out how that's gonna work. But it's sort of like that. Don't touch the side. Just don't touch the side.
Right. Okay. Great. Well, Urber comes over and helps you with his scouting, Sadok. So you got 1 helping die. Yeah, you now have 5 dice versus 4. Remember, the more dice you roll, the more chances for a 6. Also, did you move, Ryan? Or are you off to the side now, or did I do something? Oh no, there you go. Okay.
I guess at this point, if someone's helping me, it's up to anyone else now if they want to help. So
Look, I wanted to help you. You told me.
Well,
to go.
no, yeah,
I'm
but
hanging
then,
out by myself.
but then
I'm like,
now
Elf, get your butt up here.
So
Elf,
I'll roll.
T, get up here.
Kyron Loss, are you helping or not?
The only thing I would like to do, I assumed it would be a health help, would be to boost him up higher so you get a better vantage point into this. He's a little short guy.
Yeah.
The thing's above the door.
Yeah.
So
I'm teetering on my toes.
I
like,
will
I'm trying to-
allow in that instance. Normally you can't use health to help with a criminal check, but in this instance I will allow health to help with the criminal check. Okay, an extra die.
We
Amos,
got this, guys.
anything from you?
Don't come over here.
I'm getting my healer's tools ready.
Okay. Okay, go for it.
All right.
6
You got this,
dice.
man. You got it.
I see
Oh
what's
my gosh.
Oh,
I see
No.
How many 6s?
Just
Oh,
one.
just
You need to roll into
1.
it. You need a 6 into a 6.
Yeah,
You
you
do.
can
You
do it.
need
You
a 6 into a
can
6. All right.
And
So
then into a 4 or better.
no, Sadok. So stay on roll. Stay on roll, Sadok.
Okay.
Everything about a roll can be handled from the roll menu.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead and mark the luck, and then reduce fate by 1 and increase total spent by 1. So from 3-1 to 2-2, and then you rolled 1 6, and so make sure the 0 becomes a 1.
It says it's a 1 now. I think. Yeah, 1 6s.
And then roll it.
Damn it. It was a success, but it wasn't. I wanted a 6.
No, yeah, it was a 4. So you got
Yep.
1 success. So you have 3 successes. You fail by 1. And you don't have any wises because you're angry, so you can't use your lock wise to re-roll a failed 1.
Here comes the gas.
All right, you hesitate. You begin moving in, and then, sure enough, you pick the lock. And I'm going to give you.
Condition time.
I'm going to give you success with a condition.
Yes.
You're very close. However, as you pick the lock, because it wasn't the real key, the poison gas sprays directly in your face, and you get a condition.
Oh, I'm about to die.
So Sadok, you get sickened.
Oh, you got sick again. That's right.
Yeah, sickened. Karanlas and Urber, you guys both become. I can't be sickened. You can be injured.
Hungry and thirsty.
Exhausted.
You're already exhausted.
Oh,
I would
Right.
say you become exhausted, and you're already exhausted. You can't become exhausted twice, so you're fine.
Oh, cool.
Well, so you guys kind of meta the
Good
game.
lungs.
You guys
But I
kind of
can just
meta the
breathe
game
it all
there.
in.
When you help somebody, the secondary condition has to be lesser. So if I give Sadok sicken, I have to give you something lesser. Injured doesn't really make any sense. You didn't like break a bone or something, and angry doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So and afraid doesn't make any sense. So yeah, hungry and thirsty and exhausted. So yeah, you're going to become exhausted. The gas, you're far enough away that the gas doesn't really get to you, but it drains you a little bit. But you guys were both already drained, so you can't become more exhausted. So it actually works out really well to your advantage. It just so happened that you
sorry,
both had the same thing.
I'm
Oh.
sorry, I had to step away. Did we pick the lock or?
Yes.
Yes.
Success with a condition.
Correct. Success with a condition.
Is everyone okay?
So
Yeah, we're good.
You sure you're okay, Sadek? You seem a little tinted in the face.
I can't tell if I'm hungry or if I'm.
Sadok,
it all feels the same.
Sadok is having a hell of a day, seeing how he just sweated out the sick and is now sick again. However, the door is unlocked, if whatever that may be. And as you do that, the blue gas that is pouring out from the dragon's mouth does come to a stop, and after a few moments begins to clear, and it becomes pitch black again.
I light a torch.
Who is
Herbert
that?
you're writing on? Okay.
Herber, do you have a torch?
Herbert. Yeah,
No,
give
he
me-
takes
I
mine.
will light.
They've
No,
been
I'm-
sort of handing me torches because
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
giving one to Herbert.
why
yeah.
not?
Okay, so you
Because I don't have a weapon anymore. So
got it. So we got 2 torches going.
Yeah, I just gotta light torch.
Got it.
All right, guys. Let me look
okay,
ahead.
this better be good. It better not be just a long hallway.
I'm
'cause
gonna
if not-
I'm gonna peek in the door.
Whoa, no, the door's not open.
I'm gonna try to open it and peek in.
What is that? How are you going to open it?
Did you say the
I don't understand this handle of the door, this U-shaped thing that you were telling me about. So I don't know if it pushes or pulls. I'm very confused by it.
Okay.
But I am going to attempt to open the door enough that I can peek my head in. Maybe the light is coming from behind me. I don't want anybody else to get too hurt, but I'm the one gonna look.
All right.
But I don't. Yeah, I didn't understand the mechanism too well.
Well, so what are you doing?
Gonna open. How do I open the door? Is there a handle?
There is, as I described,
I pulled it.
there
I
is
pull it
a
open.
you pull. So you're grabbing the handle and pulling.
Unless it pushes, I'm going to pull or push this door handle open.
All right. Well,
I
which
don't know
one
where
do
the hinges are on the outside. Are they coming at me?
which one do you do?
I look
I
at
look
the
at the
hinges.
hinges
Which way
on the
would it?
door.
There are
go
no
open with the
hinges.
There's no hinges on this fucking door.
No.
So if he pulls it, pushes it, does it move at all?
Well, I guess I gotta tell him what I'm doing.
He has to tell me what he's doing.
Maybe it's like an elevator door or like
Slide
a garage door.
Maybe it pushes up.
Yeah. I'm gonna push at it. So either it's gonna go push up or push forward.
What? You're gonna do
Like his
what?
garage door, he's gonna try to like lift it up.
Oh, no, that doesn't do anything.
All right, then push it forward.
All right, nothing happens.
Pull it.
Pull it.
All right, Bob,
Pop it.
as you
Twist it.
pull, you feel the circles of stone and the handle comes out maybe about an inch.
Interesting.
Hey.
Can I twist it now?
Yes. So
Okay,
you,
then I'm gonna bop
Eh.
it after that.
so you can turn
Good
it.
job, El.
You can
I
turn
know I
it.
kept you around for a reason.
You can turn it 180 degrees,
Yes.
and as you do so, there's a sudden hiss of sound. Blue mist sprays out,
Oh
and
yeah.
the, and the
some more-
door parts and begins sliding into the side of the archway. It doesn't swing out or in. Instead, it goes sideways as the door opens up 1, 2, 3, 4 feet, and finally there's a large kroom sound as the door stops, and before you is a
Come on, treasure.
change layer.
This is some kind of demon. I'm gonna be real pissed.
And before you is a glimmering blue light lines the stone tiles covering this chamber. In fact, so much so that this chamber actually is dimly illuminated.
Oh.
So, I mean, not brightly. So you still get a penalty unless you're in the torchlight, but it is.
Well, we have 2 lit, so we're all in the torchlight.
Oh, you do have 2 lit.
Yeah.
My bad. I forgot about that. Who else has the other one?
Herber.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. There you go. 2 torches. Okay. So, sorry, I'm managing the. OBS as well. What happened here? Nope, I got it wrong. Okay, there we go. 100. Okay, sorry. Sometimes because I have the same window open 4 times so that I can capture it in OBS several times and then also use one to play with, and I accidentally clicked the one that we've been playing with, and that messed me up. Okay.
All right.
A glimmering blue light lines the stone tiles covering this chamber. The chamber appears to be empty, but narrows into a 10-foot wide aperture to directly ahead of you to the east, beyond which is darkness. So it's like a doorway, a 10-foot wide aperture. Bold runes are carved deep into the archway above the opening.
I'm going to walk up to this by myself, poking the ground with my quiver or with my bow, because I am not falling into another.
Well,
trap
I mean,
unless it's push.
a bow is no 10-foot pole, so I don't know. That'll be
Best I can do.
limited. You can limited work, but yes, okay.
I'm going to walk up and see if these are elven runes.
All right, Bob. As you approach, it is a very ancient elven script, difficult for you to remember.
But can I?
Yes, if you use remember.
I would love to use my nature.
Okay.
I'm going to try to remember. I remember I am born, firstborn, so I'm going to try to also use my trait here.
Yeah, you can use your nature of remembering, and and you can also use your trait.
I guess I need to find out what the OB is before I decide if it's going first or against me.
Yeah, let me look that up.
Yep.
I don't suppose the text of the runes is anything of religious significance I could assist with.
Doesn't appear to. Bob, this would normally be a scholar check, but so you can assist with lore master if someone has that. But
Heathen elves had no gods.
yeah.
We think ourselves are the gods, I assume.
Yeah. All right, Bob. It is ancient language. All right, Bob. It's Ob 2. No, Ob 2.
Perfect. Then I would like to use so how does it when you want to use something against you have to think like the opposite?
How does that trait hurt you?
Yeah, that doesn't hurt me. It only helped me here.
Okay.
So I will but I can use it for beneficial use, right? Doesn't that still give us a thing to do in camp, a check or no?
Wait, what?
Only if you use it negatively, my first.
Yeah, you don't get to bonus and a check.
I'm asking a question.
Okay.
Stupid question.
By the way, anyone who's watching at home, if you know why Roll20 suddenly deleted all of my text objects, you let me know.
Go trade. Okay. All right, I'm going 5 versus 2 here. I'm going to use my nature. OE2.
I know what I did. Okay. Yep.
Oh, terrible roll.
And you failed.
Should have used it for me anyway.
Triple ones.
Booty roll.
A 3 and a 4. Now, Bob, what wises do you have?
I have Folly of Dwarves,
yep.
which I don't think it would put higher.
Right.
Then I have Location TBD.
Right.
Wise.
But I think we had said that was going to be like the elf home, right?
Yes. Our idea was that's where I was from, and that's where I would know about.
So, because you haven't actually picked your wise yet, because we haven't done this, well, you're remembering, and maybe you're from that ancient elven home, and it's been many, maybe decades or even hundreds of years since you've been back maybe to elf home, but you can remember some of these ancient characters from that home.
Okay.
So this is an opportunity for you to potentially use one of your wises.
Okay. I would love to use my elf home wise.
Right. And you're not angry, so you can do this.
Nope.
So it is called, these are conditions, these are overcoming obstacles, and I can never remember where this is. It's for those of you who are watching this and know more about Torchbearer than me, you'll know that the book is horribly laid out. Okay, Bob. So you don't if you spend a fate point, you can use deeper understanding. You exclaim, aha, and gesture that you understand everything now. And you can re-roll a single failed die roll.
Okay. I will aha. And a deep understanding, and got that. And I'm using location TBD wise.
Yep. And
fate. Click the fate thing.
Yep.
And then roll DU.
Yep. Deeper understanding.
Deep understanding. Damn it.
You got a 3, and you did not succeed. All right, so a couple
I
things though, Bob. You,
failed on that roll too. So I failed and I used fate.
well, you failed on your nature.
Failed my nature. That's what I put. Okay.
Correct. And I don't remember where you mark the advancement. Again, the wises are kind of something that I wasn't really thinking of.
They just have checks like pass, fail, fate, persona, but it automatically checked the fate one when I used it.
Yeah, because you used a fate point, so that's I think all
Yeah.
that matters. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Bob.
Don't think I remember this stuff.
Well, guess we can just head back down the tunnel.
Oh
can't we?
no. So it's either success with a condition,
Oh, that's right.
or it's a twist. And it's a twist.
Oh,
All right, Bob.
I should have been touching these runes.
As you are examining the elven runes and trying deep to remember, you're normally the group's scout.
Mm-hmm.
And so you and everyone else is really focused in on what's going on here. And so none of you notice as a, do I have them here?
Oh gosh,
Black
is it a
dragon
band?
appears in front
No,
of us.
it's a band of something. He said them.
And
5 black dragons appear.
Those same 4 skeletons.
Yeah, right.
actually,
So familiar.
did I? Actually,
the wooden door.
no.
Oh,
No.
what's that?
What's that? No, it's just got to. Actually, what is that? Let's see here. I thought I did that. Correct. I think it's that, but not that's what it is. But but anyway.
Oh my god.
Didn't I just say that?
The fact that he
Okay.
has that ready should be.
Rats.
Okay.
Oh, that's rat.
Oh my, there's a ton of them. Holy balls.
All right, a gang of skittering rat creatures emerges and rushes up behind you as you all are playing around with your elven runes. The creatures sneak in behind you, and I'm twisting, so I get to pick the conflict here. And this is a special conflict. They are trying to raid you. So they are actually trying to they're basically trying to capture you, and they're basically trying to steal you and rob from you and steal you and run off.
I got some silver. Here you go.
Oh, they're coming for your gold, your silver, whatever they can take from you.
Just don't take Kurt.
Yeah.
All right.
Take the dead body.
Well, it's our biggest thing. There's like, oh, it's the biggest treasure.
They might walk up like we're holding a dead body.
No,
like,
they
"Go get the
take
dead
Kurt's body
like,
and
"Oh,
eat it. That's what
Ah.
that's what they do. All right, so so I'm going to treat this as a capture conflict. So that is fighter plus will is going to be rolling for disposition. So you guys have to pick a conflict captain. Now, normally you would get to pick what kind of conflict you want, but because you're twisting into this, you don't. So
Fighter or hunter will. Okay. Those are not.
I roll an 8 with this. I have a 5 will and a 3 fighter.
I have 4 will and 3 fighter. So I'm not too bad.
well,
Yeah,
remember
we're
a couple
looking at
things.
7 or 8.
Couple things. Number one, Sadok, you're 6. So if you make the die roll, you're getting -1 die.
Oh, right.
Secondly, at least some of you are exhausted, so you're going to be getting -1 disposition to this.
Mm-hmm.
Told you we should have went back to town.
Mm-hmm.
What are these things?
Um,
Ratlings or something like that?
They are, I think I have them, the Ratlings, Ratkin, call them whatever you want. You don't know what their names are. They just skitter out from the darkness with their yellow beady eyes, swarming around you, seeking to pull you, to pull your ill-gotten gains for themselves.
All right, so
Yeah, so me and Ryan both have like 4-3, I think. Or he might have 4-4, I can't remember. 4-5, he think he said.
right,
We're doing fighter and will.
right.
Fighter
But
and will.
the
4,
people
3
with the
for me.
best rolls in that are 8 dice, but you guys have penalties to that because of your conditions.
Well, we all have 1 penalty because of exhausted, but
Right.
I'm not sick.
I can sweat that out if needed.
Yeah. So I could make the roll.
Go for it.
So I have
Yeah.
7 total, I guess.
You effectively rolls as high as I do because
Okay.
I have the -1.
All right, Derek. I guess I'm the party leader.
Yeah, I was like,
Or the
Combat captain and party leader.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
Lead
We'll
us
have
not
to-
into failure.
I try my best.
All
So
right.
What do I roll here,
So
Derek?
who's helping you?
They better all be helping me.
To help you, they need fighter.
I'm
By
helping.
a fighter.
All right, everyone has fighter. Okay, Bob. So you're getting +3 dice from help for your disposition.
So for I roll will.
No, you roll fighter.
Oh, I have,
Okay,
I have to roll fighter.
wait.
Sorry,
So-
I thought it was or will. Sorry,
No. So you go to fighter, and then the type of it is a disposition roll.
disposition roll. That's what it was.
Yep.
And I added will, and then 3 help.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Anything else?
at the bottom, there's a checkbox. Again, just literally start at the left column and just keep going down and apply all the things that apply. So
Mhm,
you should
mhm.
see something that applies. This is a test for Bob.
Where is the one? I know there's something for. Yes, here's condition.
There you go. You found it. Okay, great.
Okay.
Yep, so
So
it's-
something in here.
Yep. So it's going to be 6 dice added to your will. Your will is 4. So essentially, it's going to be 6 dice added to 3 instead of 4.
Yep.
Right.
Sounds good. All right.
All right. So 3 + 4 is 7. -1 is 6. So you guys
Okay.
have now. They have 10 disposition. So you have to give an extra point to 2 people, Bob.
Well, definitely want to give it. No, Herbert doesn't have a weapon these days, but
He's got a torch.
I got a torch.
well, one has to go to me, and then
Why does
I'm
one
gonna
have
give
to
it-
go to you?
I thought
No,
one
you
had to go to.
No, you can give it to anybody you want.
Well, one is going to go to me.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give it to Herber and.
Nope, that's it. That's 6.
Oh, there's just 4 of us. Shit, that's right.
Yep.
Give it to Herber.
All right. So now this is a capture conflict. So essentially, they are trying to basically. They're not trying to drive you off. They're not trying to kill you. They're basically just trying to like hold you down long enough to steal from you and then run off. So attacking is fighter. However, in this is a little bit different because normally attacking and feinting were the same skill. So here,
Yes. Strange.
attacking is fighting, maneuver is fighting, defending and feint are hunter.
Yeah.
I don't have hunter.
I have both. What do you have, Ryan?
I have hunter 2,
I have hunter too,
and I have fighting 3.
which is the same as me. Amos, what do you have?
Fighting. I don't have any hunter.
And Matt, you said you have fighting, no hunter.
Yeah, I have fighting 4, no hunter.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So
Let's
they're,
figure this out, guys.
yeah, and if they're what do you think they're gonna do?
Well, they're trying to
Feint?
raid us, so I'm guessing they're feinting us. But
What
I
about
don't know.
maneuvering?
It could maneuver feint.
I did that chart out again. That was helpful. That's what I'm missing.
All right. So first, they have to declare what weapons they're using.
Mm-hmm.
All of these creatures are just have little short knives. However, they don't really do much in this conflict. Oh, maybe they do. Kill capture.
Where is that chart? Is it 10?
Oh, okay, yeah, no, all your weapons still apply. Kill, capture, and drive off. So you guys can your weapons still do stuff in this conflict. Also, they are might 2. So and you're might 3. So you guys get +1 S to any die rolls against them because you're bigger and stronger than they are.
Okay.
So all right, well, I'm locked in.
Okay. So, what are you guys thinking here? I think
They're using short little daggers.
I feel like they're either feinting or maneuvering. That's me personally,
Yeah.
because they're trying to sneak up on us and then raid us. They could be attacking, obviously not defending.
So if they're going to so maneuver, we can attack and so let's see. They're maneuvering.
We can
Attacking
versus
or
yeah.
or defend.
Yes. Or we can
Um,
do any of the other ones too. It doesn't
but then it would be
Hard to roll.
independent. So
Yeah.
it would just, we kind of want to hopefully I assume we want to make it versus this because then it potentially lessens it if
So reversing, if they're maneuvering, it's attack, defend, and then feint for feint, and then maneuver sort of independent if they're
Yeah,
maneuvering.
kind of thinking like we have Herber here attack with fighter. He's got the biggest fighter. And then if they're fainting, we could try to feint back. But feint is hunter, which me and you both have. So I could do one of those, and then we could try to defend the last one in case we lose any health.
Defend is
So
going
they
to be
don't
hunter
faint.
as well.
I know that would be Ryan or me. 'cause
Also,
both
we
have
keep
hunter.
putting defend last, and he may pick up on that.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
could.
We talked about it
The
the first game.
All right, come on.
that or
Quick,
go
quick,
back
quick.
to feint.
Quick.
'Cause,
Let's go.
I want to attack.
Because it's 9. So
Yeah,
I know.
Only reason I didn't stop is because Matt was like, I don't want us to open the door and them to get the treasure.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do attack feint and then maybe attack again. And really get effed up, but
All right, well, go for it.
okay. Let's go attack, feint, attack.
Okay, perfect. To those people, Herber, Karl, Astatic.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
Amos are gonna.
if they attack though and then they would and we faint, they would just get a free thing on us. By the way,
If they attack and we feint, yes. Right.
I mean,
no, if they no, okay. If they faint and we
Yes.
attack, then only okay. I got you.
Well, that's what I was wondering if you wanted to feint back.
All right, lock it in.
I'm attack fainting. I just didn't know what to do with the third one.
All right, we'll decide.
Ryan.
I
I can pick for you. I have a feeling they're either going to feint or attack.
and what is feint and attack in this?
Attack
Which one?
attack cancels feint.
Okay.
Either way, you can roll for either one because you have both of them. I just don't know if you were thinking about fainting in case they faint, or attack. I feel like feint might be a better deal no matter what.
It's just it's hard. I'll let.
I'm changing to feint.
Okay.
So your attack
feint,
fainting.
Attack feint fainting.
Okay. Good.
It's hard for me because it's just a lot of.
Woo!
All right, maneuver
Figure
versus
this
attack. Okay, so this is a versus. All right, so Herber, you're going to roll fighter, and I am going to roll fighter. But I don't really have fighter. I just have my skill.
And we get +1.
So this is what?
Didn't you say we get +1 on certain rolls?
No, you get +1 S to all rolls.
But to break ties or.
I mean, essentially, you just get
wins,
+1 S. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But the way +1 S works in this game is it doesn't count if you fail. It only counts if you succeed or tie. All right, so Herber, go ahead and so go ahead and you're going to make you're fighting, so you're going to make a fighter check.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be versus.
Yep.
You're going to be rolling against 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice.
So versus 7.
Yep.
And we can help him.
And you can help him if you have fighter and you describe
Right
it.
now I have 3.
But you know,
Well, I'm fainting, so I'm going to start moving to the side with my arrows.
Yep. Quick.
Pressing the advantage with my spear using fighter.
Yep, got it. Sadok?
Yeah, I fight back as well.
Great. Awesome. All right.
That's 6 to 7 dice.
Yep.
And then I think I have 1 trait left of cunning. So I
Sure.
figured I'll use that last one. I won't get a check for it, but at least it'll match 7 to 7. What do y'all think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And
Ready?
and you don't count as being disarmed because you have a torch.
Stay back,
right.
rats.
So you're going in and flailing against the rats, but the torch is actually really effective against these creatures. So Erber, mark 2 gear dice.
What? Then I might take off my
Well, you can't even use that thanks you're angry.
Hmm?
You can't use your trait.
Oh, you can't use trade anyway, so yeah, you can take off cunning.
What am I doing? Look at me cheating and shit.
Yeah, there you go.
No trade.
There you go, no trade. Okay.
All right, so 6 or 8.
Yep.
8 to 7.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So you start flailing around with the torch.
Yeah, I'm flailing, I'm kicking, I'm sprawling.
Oh
I
yeah.
beat the shit out of that.
Wow, that was a great roll. Okay, so
shit.
holy shit, that was 7 successes on 8 dice.
That's a beautiful roll.
And
Wait, is there any 6s? Hold on a second.
uh,
There's 2 6s. Should I make
there-
them explode?
there's 2 6s. You can make it explode.
Oh,
You can try to get lucky.
Which one is it? It's luck.
Yeah, so so hit the luck button, and then underneath it, it'll let you subtract a fate point from your current fate and add 1 to your total spend, so you can monitor that. And then tick up how many 6s you got. You got 2 6s,
All right.
and then roll the luck.
Come on, baby.
And any 6s here continue to explode. Oh,
well.
That was worth a shot.
It was worth a shot. All right, but that's huge. So you guys got 3 successes over them. They got 4. You got 7. But you're also mightier than they are. So you really got 4 successes. So this guy takes 2, and then they have to take 2 more. So this guy in the back here gets killed as well. So you come in flailing with your torch, and 2 of the Ratkin just nope the fuck out. They're just like, ah! One of them's on fire and just goes running off, and the sort of flailing and burning. And then I'm going to roll.
Rats.
What's that?
I said I hate rats.
Yes, and I'm going to roll a d6. On a 4, 5, or 6, your torch stays lit. On a 3, 1, 2, 3, it goes out. So the torch
You rolled it.
burns out, and you guys are actually plunged into not plunged into darkness. Well, the good news is this room is somewhat illuminated, so you're not going to be ever in total darkness. But
Yep.
Erber and Amos are technically in dim light right now.
Yes.
Can I still use the torch as a stick?
It's a club.
No,
It
it just went out. Like it got like destroyed and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You
broken.
you could still potentially use an improvised weapon. So when you're unarmed, you get -1 die. But if you can figure out some sort of improvised weapon, you at least don't get the penalty. So you could maybe you could use the empty stick once. I would say maybe.
I got an idea. I'm gonna shove that lint in their face.
Yeah, that might not be a great idea. All right, so Bob, you're up next.
Yep. I'm gonna try to faint.
Ooh, they attack. So as you guys try to get clever, the Ratkin just comes straight for your belt pouches and your backpacks. You're trying to kill them and drive them off. They're darting between your legs, just slicing at your belt pouches and the bottoms of your backpacks, trying to just greedily steal as much as they can. Bob, you don't get to roll anything, and I just get to roll. So here we go.
I was hoping he was fainting. Trying to faint.
If you thought he was fainting, you should have attacked.
That's true, I guess.
Then he would have done nothing.
So I'm reading this chart. Attack.
Yeah. It would have been independent then. Oh no, yeah, it would have been
No,
independent.
feint versus feint is independent. You both just fuck each other
No,
up.
feint versus feint's versus.
Oh, feint versus feint is versus.
That's what I was trying to get to, was a versus roll.
Got it.
Oh, so wait. So attack versus feint is not independent.
Attack versus feint is independent.
Right. Well,
But
attack.
I didn't attack.
No.
I fainted.
Attack versus feint is independent in that attack just attacks, but the feint doesn't even go off. Feint
I don't like feint at all.
Feint versus attack is a dash. It just does nothing. You get completely caught out of guard and just completely.
Oh, we're in a wall here, guys.
Well, I had attack first. I changed it to feint, so we'll see what happens.
All right. So I got 4 successes.
But all die.
So Bob, you do have leather armor, so you can roll this and absorb a point. If you're on a 4, 5, or 6, you'll absorb a point of damage.
Okay. Oh, can I do that from my page or no?
Nope. You just got to roll it in the window or whatever.
A D6. 4.
All right, so it's only 3 points of damage. Bob, you take 2, and then somebody else has to take 1.
Erber.
All
I'll
right.
take it.
All right.
And I have leather armor. Does that matter?
No, when the damage spills over, your armor doesn't matter. Damage only armor only matters when you're the person doing it. Okay, so that was it. So on to the last one. Feint versus feint.
Woo! That's what I was trying to get to.
All right, so now this is a versus. So now you guys are continuing to try to be clever, and now the rats, they came in and they surged upon you, and now they're trying to basically sneakily cut your purses and get away. And you guys are Sadak, what are you doing? How are you being feintful?
I try to. I'm.
It's fine.
Kind of. Yeah.
You're like
I can feel the pressure, so my brain is going like.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine. All right, use this hunter. So maybe you're trying to like lure them into a trap or something like that, and try to force them out or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, but Sadak, you have a torch too. So Sadak, this is a versus test. So you're going to make a hunter check.
Okay.
And it is a versus test versus 4 dice.
You get the gear. How many dice for the torch? 2.
So Sadak, yes. So Sadak, make a hunter test.
Okay. Hunter.
Yep.
Do we get the
Yeah, I added
It's
it.
afterwards.
It's after, but it's after. Yeah.
Okay, it keeps going back.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. So am I making a hunter check now?
So make a hunter check. I'm sorry if you're not.
Oh, it's okay.
All right.
Hunter. Click hunter.
All right, great. So its roll type is versus.
Yeah.
There, you are rolling against 4 dice.
Okay.
You are angry, so you can't use any traits anyways.
Yeah.
You are getting no help because no one can help with hunter.
And I'm out.
Well, you're out anyways,
okay.
Bob.
Yeah,
Actually,
I was the only one with hunter.
What can help hunter? Survivalist and laborer.
I can do
We
that.
got a laborer.
I can labor.
All right, how are you helping him? I don't know, drive these creatures back with labor.
I'm gonna grab him from the back, gonna swing him back and forth to give him extra distance with the
I love it. No,
with the.
I'm all sick to my stomach. I'm trying.
That
All
makes
right.
sense.
Amos, any help from the peasant master? Remember, you can always
should know
describe
how
how
to
you
get
help.
rat-
I don't have labor.
Here's the thing: laborer and survivalist are always a clue. You can always describe how you're helping, and I will just say no, that doesn't work.
Oh, this treasure is too heavy. I must drop it just so I can properly fight. And I drop Kurt's body.
Perfect.
You've unburdened yourself.
Unburden labor stuff. All right, so you get 2 bonus dice here of help, and then you get 2 gear dice, Sadak, because the creatures are fearful of the fire.
Come on.
And then
5 versus a 4.
Yep,
5D.
Yes, well 6, but you get -1 die
Yeah.
for being 6. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
4 and 8. Blow
I
that
think that's
sucker up.
it.
Let's see it. This could be huge.
Come on, do it. 8.
I see a 6.
Oh, shit.
All right, so you
That's it.
fail. No 6s.
Oh, dang.
Oh, it's
No,
there.
they
It's the
got
opponent's
There's
sixes.
turn.
6s.
Dang.
Dang. They
All
got
right.
both of them.
All right, Sadak, they swarm over you and you begin falling as the rats begin pinning you down, and you can start hearing them like going for your belt pouches and going into your backpack. You're taken out. Okay, it's just Urbos and Amos left. Amos, you have to go first, and one of you two is the new conflict captain.
It's gonna be Amos.
Right?
Okay.
The cards are yours, my friend.
I got to pick my thing first. Or I got to pick my cards first. So yeah, so they're swarming over you guys. They're taking you to the ground. Yeah. All right, I am locked in. Now remember, Amos, you're going to get 2 cards basically assigned to you.
Yeah. Urber, you had no hunter or anything for the.
I only have fighter. So we should. I don't know about defend. Might be a good idea.
Yeah,
hopefully.
defend is defense hunter.
Right.
You got to maneuver
Hunter?
or I guess you roll beginner's luck, Derek. Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
you
your
guys-
nature.
You could defend.
I don't
If
really
you don't have the
nature.
skill, you can roll with your nature. But you'd be rolling against your nature, presumably.
And right now we're at a pretty rough. If we like the fight ends and we have 2 people like completely out, it's gonna be rough at the end. Someone's probably gonna die.
You can't die.
Get all our stuff.
Okay. No, Ryan can.
No, he's sick, not injured.
Oh, they said if he was sick, you could kill him.
Yes, from like poison
Gotcha,
or
gotcha.
mental anguish or something like that. So,
We don't want to lose too much treasure.
Yeah.
all
We
right.
need to keep going because I want to know what's down here. I don't want the next group coming to get
All
it.
right.
I'm thinking definitely either defend just to try to get back, and if they attack, this is great for us. They might start to maneuver to try to get out, which would be interesting. We could maneuver. We could push back on attack because you guys both have fighter. It's up to you though. You're the conflict captain.
Also, remember during a conflict, the first time you use a skill, you can mark a pass or a failure. You don't get to do it multiple times, but like don't forget, Sadak. You made a hunter roll, you failed, so
Oh,
mark.
I made
Yeah.
a
if you need to.
fighter roll and I made a hunter roll and I failed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just keep track of your passes and fails. All right, come on. All right, Boothby, what do we got, Dennis? Oh, actually, Sadak is out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Torch.
the torch goes out. All right, so you guys are fighting in just the dim light of this chamber, and you have no torches lit.
All right. Card set.
So remember, you're going to be at -1 because of all of everyone's in dim light.
And we have one more.
You get one more, Boothby.
Amos will get one more.
You get a third
Oh, we got
one.
3 cards?
Yeah, you can still get 3.
Always get 3.
You always get 3. Even if it's one person, you get 3. It's just going to go to you. Oh, well, actually, you should put you should put it in the third slot because if for some odd reason you bring somebody else up, it'll be somebody else, but it'll be you otherwise.
All right. Can I change my order then?
Yeah, you can change whatever. Nothing's done. Nothing's been revealed yet.
All right.
All right, ready?
Yep.
And flip. All right, it's an attack versus attack. So this is independent. You guys are both you're trying to push your way out, and they're trying to, to drive them off and to keep your stuff as best as you can. Keep their paws off of your stuff, and they are just swarming over you, trying to pick up what's fallen from your bodies. So this is an independent test. So I'm going to roll mine first. There's only 3 of them left. So
I am going to throw my spear, making this a versus.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. All right.
What? The spear lets you do that? That's awesome.
All right. So you chuck your spear. Yep, can be thrown to turn attack into versus melee. All right, there you go. So they're coming at you. Whoa, the spear goes end over end. All right, Amos, make a fighter test. And I rolled 5 dice. I should roll 4 dice. Versus 4 dice. And Erber is helping you.
Yes, sir.
And that's
Fighter versus 4 dice, you said?
yes. However,
And-
you get a -1.
For -1 dice for dim.
Yep.
-1 die for dim. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
So 3 and 3. All right.
All right. So
Ooh, got some 5s.
Okay. So it's a tie,
mm-hmm.
but you guys are bigger. So your
Yes,
might
we are.
So your might matters, and you guys actually win by 1.
And can
Beautiful.
I use luck to explode the 6 and maybe get another one?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
that worth it to us right now?
I don't know.
I know.
Well,
Why not?
it would take one out.
It would
because
take out-
They all have 2 hit points, and why right now you did
No,
one.
there's a couple with 2 hit points.
That's what I'm saying. If they have 2 hit points, you've only done 1. I don't know if this would take it out.
Well, this guy's got 1 hit points. He has to take the point of damage regardless. It's just you'll do an extra point of damage that would go into one of the other ones that's not.
I mean, I don't see what the downside is other than hoarding your fate points. So
All right.
and then you spend them to get next level.
Yep.
I have one question.
Yeah.
I have armor. I took a health hit. Would I have gotten it back?
Did
Would I
you
have-
did you take it straight on?
I think so. It says there's 2 to 1. There's a difference of 1, so I took 1 and I'd never rolled.
Okay, then yeah, you should roll 4, 5, or 6 setup. Yeah, you roll d6.
hold it, Booth. Oh,
I take it.
Okay,
Right,
so
and then
never-
my
oh, that was his.
luck.
yeah, it's another success.
okay, great. So you get 2 successes, and then you get +1 for being might. So this guy taken out, but then also this guy in the background takes a pip point of damage here. So the damage spills over. All right, next. Feint versus defend.
Oh no, I don't know if this is good.
Feint cancels defend. So you guys don't get to defend or do anything. Defend is completely shut down, and the creatures at the last minute, as you guys are trying to regroup and protect your fallen allies, they take advantage of your weakness and they swarm over you. They get to just make a full-out attack against Erber. They're rolling 1, 2, 3 dice. I got 2 successes, so Erber, you take 2 points of damage. You do have
That's the team.
you do have armor, so he can
And a
try to
helmet.
absorb and a helmet, so he can try to absorb these.
Do I roll 2d6s?
Nope, you roll 1d6 for the leather armor, and on a 1 to 3, it does not absorb the damage. On a 4 to 6, it does absorb the damage. So it absorbs a point of damage. Then you have to decide, do you want to lose your helmet or not?
Yeah, because if not, I'll be down.
All right, they steal your helmet, and they run and you miss your helmet, but you absorb all the damage.
Sweet.
All right, so finally, they faint again, and you're attacking, so they get canceled. So they're still they're not even focused on it, like on attacking you. They're just trying to steal from you guys. And after Erber just like fights them off, you guys have total savoir-faire, and now you get to make a free attack against them. However, Amos, you do not have a spear because you threw it.
I have a shield. Can I shield bash them?
You could totally shield bash them.
And Matt, you should be able to help here.
Yeah,
too.
Matt, yeah, Erber can obviously.
Peasant.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing one of them and just beating him against the shield by his leg.
All right, sounds good. Very dwarvish in nature. All right, so Amos, go ahead and make a fighter test. It's unopposed. It's against Ob Zero, and you then just however
Still
many
-1 for dim light.
-1 for dim light. That's it.
All right, so fighter,
Yep.
independent,
Ob Zero.
yeah.
Ob Zero.
I have a help.
Yep. And
Minus
any.
1 for dim.
Yep. And then any bonuses from traits or anything like that.
See, what had happened was I got up before everyone else did. And we have gone through the spider hall. We've gone through the halls we fled from the skeletons from. We went through a tunnel with statues all over the place. We did a blue door upstairs, downstairs, through a door. I am tired.
Oh.
So my early riser is going to be against me.
Oh.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
All right. I mean, it's a free roll, right? It's Ob Zero. So,
Yeah. So
all right.
take a check for 1 die.
Yep. -1 die, yeah. And then roll it. You bash these creatures away with your shield.
Big rolls.
And you
One.
got 1.
With the might
One
bonus.
success.
And then with the
Okay.
might bonus, it's 2. Yep. So
Sweet.
another one gets taken out. All right. So there's only 2 of the rat creatures left. The rest have been kind of destroyed. They seem like their morale may be teetering a little bit, but they seem determined. They kind of hesitate for a moment. They look at each other, and they're, some of the rats, again, they're not literally dead. Maybe they've been knocked back or run away. The rats kind of look around for a moment, uncertain where to go. They seem to be taking a moment to gather their strength before surging upon you. So I'm going to lock in my things. Okay.
Me just
It
saying
sounds like
they.
it sounds like they're it sounds like they might be
Maneuver.
defending.
Or
but-
maneuvering.
Oh well,
Yeah.
they might defend anything
I
but.
kind of just think that attacking is the right call no matter what.
And in this round, Erber has to go first and third because Amos went first and third last time.
Okay.
So Erber does have to go first.
Well, then for sure attack, since that is to the fighter one, unless you're going to maneuver him.
Right.
And you're fighter too. So
And
yeah,
again,
I guess
it doesn't seem like you guys actually know how this game works yet. So what Ryan was saying is that if when you look at that table and it says feint versus defend is independent, that means feint is rolling against independent Ob Zero. The defend doesn't go off at all. Right. So that's the other way that's what he's thinking about.
No, I get that.
Okay.
But yeah, unfortunately, we're not good at anything else.
No, listen, I understand. I just want to make sure because there was some confusion with the last round because it was like, oh, I thought this was just independent. We just both fought each other. And it's like, you have to look at the table from both
Right.
their position and your position. All right. Well, who's
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
It's still conflict manager booth.
yeah,
thing.
conflict manager.
That's his title at work too.
All right. Attack, defend, attack.
Yep.
All right.
My fighter roll.
All right. They are defending. They are
Oh, yeah.
they are trying to regain their strength. So this is versus because it's attack. So Erber, roll your fighter. Get a helping die from Amos. This will be the last time you're able to get no penalty because you're going to use the stump of the torch, but then that's going to break and disintegrate, and you won't have any. You'll be unarmed. And they are rolling with 2 dice.
And -1 for dim light.
And you get -1 for dim light.
Just other die.
Yeah, other die. You can make it negative.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
And
I
are
got
you?
3.
Oh, you're not sick. That's right. Are you sick or no?
No. Yeah, he is sick. It's already on there. So he's already rolling 3 dice.
Okay.
Do you want to use a trait?
I don't have one.
Oh, you're angry anyways. It doesn't matter. It's 0 versus 0. You guys win.
Yay!
Because of the might, yes. So turns out being bigger is better. And Erber just, it's a struggle, and then Erber looks down and just kicks the rat away, and it's all right. And 1 rat is remaining. Boothby is defending. They are attacking. So this is a versus.
Yeah, buddy.
All right,
Yeah.
Boothby, you've got a shield, so you're
Right.
actually good at doing this.
But it's the skill that is.
Yeah, your skill is going to be rough. All right, so you're going to use Hunter to try to regather your strength, and go ahead and roll Hunter. Erber cannot help you.
This is independent.
It is versus.
Oh, versus
Yeah, versus 1 die.
1 die. All right.
Yep.
I have 2 dice because of my shield.
Yep, from your gear, and then you also have whatever your beginner's luck is. Yep.
Health.
Yep. So it's going to be basically 2 dice, and remember the gear dice are going to be halved because you're using beginner's luck.
Do I need to change that to 1?
No, it's already locked in. So you have 4 health,
Fuck.
which becomes 2. And then you have 2 gear dice, so you have 4 total dice, right? Because health is halved with beginner's luck. So you have 4 dice, but it gets halved down to 2. Oh, no, actually. I see what's happening. The gear dice are get halved after the fact. So you have 2 gear dice getting halved down to 1. So there you go. All right. 3 dice versus 1.
Come on.
You got it.
You only need 1 or 0.
Ooh.
Hey, it's a devastating blow. Now, this is great because you guys are defending.
Back.
So you get +1 success for defend. So you guys get 3 total successes.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to restore 3 hit points, Amos, to the party. Yeah, you have to heal somebody to full before you can go to the next person.
Right. Karan lost 2, Sadak 1.
All right, everybody's back up.
Sweet.
Yep. What is it? Is it +8 points? Here we go. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop. And then this final attack has to go to Sadak or Karanlas.
I'm going to make it me.
You're a bow,
Karan lost.
right?
Go for it.
Yes.
Kill him. Kill him.
You could do this.
All right, they fainting. They thought they were going to pick your pockets. They don't get to make any attack roll. This is just straight up independent.
Gosh, this is so good.
All right.
This is so
You guys,
good.
you guys
I
couldn't.
don't think you guys understand how.
I know after this game, I'm having like an existential crisis right now, and my brain is just absolutely not functioning.
All right,
I
Bob.
assume all you guys, after
Oh.
reviving me, are jumping in, kicking and punching and
Yes.
throwing.
Yeah, at this point, you guys are just yelling and screaming at them. Yes, yes.
So this is independent versus OB0, right?
Independent versus OB0. Yes.
3 help, and we're rolling. I don't have anything
Now-
trait wise that will help.
Well,
here,
I'm going to
so-
stop you. So because you're
Yes.
rolling insane amount of dice, and so
Yes.
you're obviously you're trying to drive these people off, and you're trying to be
Yeah.
crazy and scary. Sounds like your calm might
Opposite of
work against
calm.
you, right?
There we go.
And might as well earn the free check. Exactly,
All right, check.
because you're rolling
All right.
5 dice against Ob0. So
Let's see it.
all right, you need to get at least 1, and you do. All right, so with a final display,
That turned out
Amos.
better than I thought at the end there.
Amos, with his
Really?
shield, regathers the party. He gets everyone back off to their feet. You kick back the Ratkin. Some of your purses have nicks on them. Some of them have been spilled. Some of your
Plus a helmet.
yeah, your helmet unfortunately did get nicked and lost, get destroyed. And the creatures are forced back, running away into the depths of the dungeon. It was a brutal, hard fight. Unfortunately,
Close.
but at the end of the day, they were just rats.
After our stuff.
And
They were just rats. Almost died there. Or
you
not
can't
died.
die.
Yes.
We didn't almost die. We almost
Theoretically.
got mugged.
We
Right.
almost got
Yeah.
bugged.
So I'm going to say, as a compromise, that they steal Erber's thieves' tools
Bastards.
They took my helmet. They took my thieves' tools.
And they
What the hell?
steal Karanolos's quiver.
What?
Man, why don't they take my quiver? I don't need it anymore.
It's too hard to get to.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys accept that compromise?
Fine.
You have
Okay.
a quiver?
Yeah, my.
Well, no, he has
fine.
his belt pouch of things.
Yeah, the quiver's for the
Bit-
bolts for the crossbow, but I don't have the
Mm.
crossbow anymore.
Alright.
Fictionally, it's like right, like it's on his back, and so it's easy to get to. Because you would look at things like where it is in your inventory, right? Top or bottom.
That's where I'm looking. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like Bob was down. Bob was quote unquote dead.
Yeah.
And so while he was down, they got to him and
They're
like,
already picking him.
yeah, they don't really know what this thing is.
There's no more. That was my last arrow.
All right. Send to back.
In most of these movies, I have it unlimited. Legolas would have been able to do it.
Yeah, well, Legolas isn't here. All right, so Bob, you lose your quiver and your arrows, but you kept your bow. They steal the thieves' tools from Erber's pouch, but then you guys push them off with little to no other effect. I mean, it was brutal there for a while, but remember, they weren't trying to kill you; they were just trying to steal your stuff.
Now,
and
question,
they weren't.
Did they lose any stuff?
And they weren't able to get. You weren't able to get into any of into anybody's backpacks, which is where all of your treasure is stored.
Which is good.
No, they were just these skittering little rat monster creatures that had no real treasure of any types. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple random scattered daggers scattered around if you want to grab a dagger.
No, around our necklace.
I feel like I will grab a dagger now that I do not have arrows.
All right, buddy. Beggars can't be choosers, right? All right. You want a dagger, Bob?
Yeah.
All righty. I'm going to put it under here. All right. And that is a turn because it was a conflict. And so that's the grind. So everybody becomes hungry and thirsty.
Okay.
Is this a time where we should think about camping due to the hour?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you guys want, you can close the door and camp here.
Yeah,
Oh, we should totally do
Well,
that.
right. The thing,
Sounds
the best
great.
thing we do right would be to use 3 checks, getting the best prepared camp before it cruise over. Right, like do whatever we need to do to, because we have essentially
Maybe because remember, a check
Right.
could also fail, give you more
Please.
conditions, twists,
Sure.
all that other stuff. So
yeah, okay, 100%.
But I do like this idea of camping out here. It's
Mhm.
kind of cool.
Is there any way for me to set up a trap or shut that door and jam it shut so they don't just walk in behind us?
I mean, closing the door from this side seems like that should be pretty easy. Jamming it, yeah. I mean, you can make a check to try to jam it.
Use my sapper ability.
Yeah, your
so
your
just
sapper.
Walk in and.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Keep in
whatever
mind, you
like-
don't have your thieves' tools to give you a +1 die to that anymore.
Yeah.
I will also go fetch the body of Kurt to bring it in with us.
Okay, Kurt, hold on a second there. I'll put
Pick
it.
it back up.
Oh wait, no, it was in here with us.
Yeah, you dropped it in here. Remember, he was here. He was here the whole time. There's the heroic party. Okay, well, you guys have technically 4 turns before you, or 3 turns until you grind again. So
We do have to make there's something we had to do last time I made a
You already put the dagger
camp
in.
that
I gave you a dagger, Bob.
Cardinalis.
It was a survival check or something.
Yeah, so that's one of the checks, right?
It isn't because you kind of have a camp spot, right? So the survivalist is to make a camp, to find a place to camp, or to find a good place to camp.
And we're in one.
Right. You kind of have made one essentially. Same way that if you went back to your old camp, you wouldn't really have to make a camp check.
Okay.
And we're all hungry and
Yes.
thirsty, so I'll cook. Some of us are angry, which I have the check Mary make. Right? I could do that. I could throw a little bit of a party because there's at least 2 of us, so it's part of the group. But there's no essentially, are we gonna have someone make to keep watch? Is the question.
I mean, I could keep watch.
Remember, if you keep watch, you can't make recovery tests.
Right.
I know. Unless
Okay.
Amos does it because he's not exhausted. He's only hungry and thirsty.
I also still have burden for my herder.
Oh. How many checks do we have? I got 2.
I have
Normally,
one.
I would be able to tell you, but because my delete,
I know. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, I have
I
one,
have
which I'm
one.
planning on using for cleansing myself of the deific.
So I realized what
curse.
happened. So in Roll20, there's a tool for drawing, for freehand,
Uh-huh.
pen tool, rectangles, ellipses. And then there's also a tool for text. However, the clear drawings option in Roll20, which is under the
There's
paintbrush,
all the time.
also
Wow.
clears all the text. So that's what happened. Even though it's a different icon. So good stuff.
Oh, jeez.
I got 2 checks. I would like to try to make a
Well, you guys aren't camping yet, so checks don't
Oh,
matter.
we're not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's. I mean,
I mean,
don't know
you
what
could
else to
camp
do.
right now if you wanted to, but
We should probably. You're gonna cook, right, Ryan? So it's not a.
That happens no matter what.
Yeah. So we're gonna get rid of the hungry and thirsty like right away. So is there anything else we need to do while we're in here? With these time
treasure?
that we have before camping.
we'll decide quickly because it's 9:30.
I know.
I think we should just secure the door and camp if we're gonna.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Go for it.
All right, Erber, how are you securing this door?
So when we pull, can I take the handle off and put it on the other side?
No, it's like built into the framework of this massive ancient
Elven
stone door.
construction. Very nice stuff.
Oh shit. I don't really have anything to jam into the door.
I have a grappling hook. That's about it.
Yeah, I could actually use that.
But
That could probably
you
work.
And I, your and I's ingenuity. I'm sure we could think something together if we work together.
How sticky is this web?
help
want
you.
Those spider webs on there to stick to.
No, there's no way that
Right.
would ever keep it closed.
We
Yeah.
got a grappling hook. It's got some claws in it, you know.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
is-
you could probably use it
Right,
as a
jam it.
makeshift spike. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the rest of my whatever's left of my crossbow, I can just start jamming into different little sections.
And
make sure, like-
anything that's left of your crossbow is out on the other side of the room, so you could go get it, I guess.
Could we use these little daggers that the
Oh, yes, that's a great solution. Fantastic. Yeah,
Oh, can I
absolutely.
have a dagger? I need a dagger because I don't have anything now.
You could totally get a dagger. The creatures did have some daggers that they left behind for sure. All right,
Yeah,
but yeah,
another
they're-
one of those, the
Pick
grappling
my
hook.
spear back up wherever it went.
yeah,
It was in a rat.
yeah. There you go, Boothby.
Thank you.
All right, yeah. So between the daggers and the grappling hook, which one do you want to use?
All of them.
Oh, all right, Bob, your grappling hook's gone.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
All right, Erber, make a sapper check. Ob 1. This is pretty simple.
I'm helping
All right, Sadok's helping. So
by grabbing the knives and helping you with my abilities.
fantastic.
Anybody else have
Scully.
anything that can help?
Also, don't forget to add a point of gear for the grappling hook and supplies for using the daggers. So you
I would
get
like
2
to
dice.
once again tell you how wrong you are during this construction of your door, that makeshift door, and let you know that you should have used another dagger over there.
The wise.
Definitely going to be someone's going to come right in this. This is ridiculous.
Folly of Dwarves.
Yeah.
It's too.
Should I try to get rid of the sickness before I roll this?
You can't try to
Um,
get rid of the sickness. It's automatic, but
Well,
it is pretty.
what I mean.
I mean, it's pretty brutal. Is all I'm saying. Like taking a
we
permanent.
lost a lot under that cook issue. I think you just go for it.
Okay, it's 5, I think.
Okay.
That's
1 help, 2 gear, one other dice for the dwarf wise.
Yes, and actually,
An aid.
no,
You
that's
made
that's
me-
called aid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But you're actually at -1 die instead of +1 die because it's still dim light.
Bastards.
Let me light a torch.
I'll light a torch.
All right, then don't worry about it.
Boothby, can you
But
help me?
I had to reduce this light torch.
Okay. So you
Can I
lit a
do what?
torch, Ryan.
Here we go.
Come on. Oh, that did not look as good as I thought.
Oh,
Should be okay though. It's a success.
Yep, it's a success. All right, you jam the door.
does it
Cool.
look like it's been opened at all?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, it's not perfect, but I mean, you got it jammed up.
When they come back in, they'll say, "What's all this poison residue outside?"
All right, so that's one
Let's
turn.
make camp.
That's one turn down. You gonna make camp?
Yeah, that's my camp.
Okay, great. You guys are gonna make camp. Locked. Now keep in mind, this this archway on the other side is not a doorway.
I know.
It's just
I
an
know.
archway into darkness.
I know.
Okay.
Let's be as close as we can to the door. Like maybe behind some
which
columns
door?
or something. The door that we closed.
Okay, so you're on the other side of the room is what you're saying.
Yeah, away from the darkness.
You
Okay.
want to camp with your back against a wall.
No, I want to camp facing that opening. That's where the scary stuff's coming from.
Okay, so we're gonna make camp. I'm gonna
Yes.
choose the location, and I'm gonna select the danger level, and then you guys decide if you will survey. But you have it pretty safe, so you're pretty good there. Do you want to set a watch?
Don't want to
guess
be able to make a
not,
check.
because Amos, you wanted to kill your stuff too. So no, we're gonna, I think, try not to do it this time, right, guys? We're just resting. We're just resting.
Yeah,
Nope.
because I can't.
No
I
watching.
don't believe. I believe for me to try and lose my angry condition, even with my merrymaking, I would have to actually do a check. Correct.
So
All
no watch.
All right. Well, Erber
Kurt's watching.
gives you +1 dice to your camp event while you're in a dungeon, and I think the ranger gives you something. I don't think Bob wrote it down on his character sheet, but I might just
I
be
don't
off.
remember anything about camp and when I was building my guy.
Yeah, it's like something. What are you, a ranger?
Yes.
Yep, +1 to camp event rolls in the wilderness.
Oh, so,
Page
not-
122. It should be.
so we're not in the wilderness then?
No, but Erber's gives you +1. This is not a roll you make; it's a roll I make.
Yeah.
It's from the camp event table. Basically, let's see what happens here.
Okay.
All right, now I have to decide: is this typical, unsafe, or dangerous?
Probably unsafe.
Oh, also, do you guys want to have a dark camp, or do you want to get a fire going?
We gotta
I mean, we're already in dim light anyway. So
You are, but
light a fire.
but you can't cook with dim magical
we
light.
have to have a cook fire. Yeah, we have to have a fire.
All right,
Fire.
rolling 3d6.
And the dragon shows up.
So far, so good.
He had that thing ready.
Ooh, oh, that's sick. All right, I rolled a
I'm
16.
hoping not the condition.
I rolled a 16, which would be pretty cool. And Herbert, Matt, you're gonna love this. So 16 is connections. You find a secret entrance to another part of the dungeon, but you guys get a 17 because you get +1 because of the dwarf.
Mm.
Treasure. One of the flagstones is loose. Beneath it, you find treasure.
Yeah.
Roll on
I
the.
did my.
You did your part, buddy. You know what? One of the
I did
flagstones is
something.
loose.
Nothing you-
But beneath it, you find treasure. Roll on the treasures and valuables table, subsection table 1.
Oh gosh, more tables. So many tables.
Oh, something good.
This is always exciting. All right, so this is treasure and valuable tables 1. So yeah, so this isn't the stuff table, right? I don't think. Yep, treasures and valuables table. So you guys don't have a risk of getting like lint. You know what? Erber found it. Erber, please, Matt, please roll me for 2d6.
All right, give me
No.
that.
Low or is good, high is good. In the middle is it's a 2d6 roll. So
I got it. Give me a sec. All right. 2d6.
yep,
Higher the better, right?
or lower.
Or lower. Not in the
Another
middle.
Not bad.
All right,
That's
a 4 is coins. All right, Erber,
Okay.
roll me a d6. High is good here.
The number of them.
Just a single
Well,
d6.
that's fine.
What's
don't
the
know.
person? 3.
First one, yeah.
3.
3. Okay, you find a pouch of silver coins
Nice.
stashed underneath the floorboard. So you guys find an extra stack of silver.
Sweet. Do you want
Give me
Herbert?
all-
I have
give me
room
all
now.
that.
And you guys are in camp. So camp instincts trigger. And you guys can decide how I think there's only one camp instinct, right? Which is Sadak.
Cook it up. Your cooking skill looks a little rough.
uh,
It's not
All right.
as good as last time.
So, all right, Sadak. Is it time to use the garlic?
yeah, I didn't see I didn't. But also, do I not have any more of those caps? I never figured out what I did with those. Do they not?
You
were they
didn't say
small
you
to-
took them, and they're not on your character
Okay.
sheet, so no.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I was so confused. I had access to them because we were in the camp. I got you. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was like, you gave me the one. Okay.
Yeah.
It is the time for the garlic.
All right.
I need this meal.
All right, so you're going to subtract you're going to subtract this last fresh ration, right?
Yep.
All right, and you're making a meal out of fresh rations for a small group because there's only 4 of you. So this is only Zob 2.
You're saying GM Scott makes us a large group?
No, it's just a small group.
It's an independent roll
versus Ob 2.
And this is gear.
It's a supply die, but it's the same basic difference. Yeah.
And then, so I think that's everything.
Yep.
Actually, I haven't. Can I use my quick wit as I season this with my? Okay, cool. For me, it's my first time doing it, so yep. And then, I will. That's it for now.
Yep.
I will, if I need to, I will.
All right. Well, you crushed it.
Good. There we go.
So make sure to mark a pass for your cook. All right. Sadok successfully converts 1 unit of fresh rations into food for the entire party. So everybody remove hungry and thirsty.
All right. And Sadok, would you like the 2 fresh rations that I am currently carrying?
I'd love them.
And what we'll do is we'll start next session with the camp phase.
Okay. Perfect.
But you guys have found a secure location. You didn't get the treasure, but you did keep them from stealing your treasure, so that's something. You found a little bit of treasure, and then not a lot. Silver's not as you want gold, you want gems, you want something valuable. Silver's not that great. It's better than copper.
It is.
And but you have just you've just penetrated something that is very off limits, very deadly. You guys definitely paid the price to get in here, and then to make sure that nobody else could, you lock them out. What's great is they're gonna be like, all right, well, we figured out. I'm gonna pick the lock. I'm like, okay, you successfully picked the lock. They're like, great. I open it. I'm like, make a laborer test. It seems to be stuck on something, and they're like, what's going on? All right, so
if they figure out how to turn the
I
bolt.
love that. That's so cool.
So we're going to do, it's definitely another element of play that you don't used to have in D&D, right? Where you're like trying to present it. But remember, like I said, back in the day on random encounter tables, the DM had like NPC parties. So like it was always a thing that like there were other adventuring parties.
Crazy.
Well, because we're so used to like, oh, only your group of heroes is going to stop the big bad guy. And it's like, no, this is just like a free for all.
Well, it was really cool when you said there was 5 other feet prints. And then I think it was Dennis that started to figure out like, wait, the body like was looted and they left the body. Like, son of a bitch, they came down here and they found the trap.
They went down each and every pit trap and looted it. And just left the body.
Well, they got us good.
Yes, he said.
Pretty good. All right, so real quick, let's go from left to right. Karanalas, your belief. What is your belief? State it for the group.
I do not need anyone else's help.
Did you act on that in a meaningful way or play against it in a meaningful way?
Meaningful way? No, but I did act against it. A handful of times I went forward by myself. I went forward to the door by myself the first time.
Yeah, okay.
But
so
like
earn a fate point.
Meaningful?
Well, no, I mean if you can manifest in a test, a good idea, or a very strong instance of role playing.
Okay, so a test, yes.
Did you risk yourself in some fashion to fight for what you believe in?
No, I didn't like risk myself to do it. I mean, I guess I did because I almost died. I fell in the pit trap.
Okay, well, I mean, it's different to be like, I'm just going over there and like, oh, I was by myself. That's not alone. Like if you're like you remember when Sadok said, "You guys, I don't need you guys. You guys go over there."
That's what I was trying
and then he
to do.
didn't do that. But if you had done that, that's like you have to really play it out.
I'm gonna say no then.
Okay,
because I don't think I did it meaningful enough.
Yeah,
I did it, but not meaningful enough.
Great, Sadok, what is your belief?
I will keep our spirits high so that good things will happen to us.
I think no.
I feel like we're more depressed.
I think
than
you
ever.
guys
Yeah, well, I mean, the door's open. It's only that I can think
I mean,
of.
it's really
but
exciting.
Yeah,
cool.
but did you do something specifically? Did you act on that belief? Did you do something to really go out of your way to take a risk, a good idea, a test that you made, a strong instance of role playing that really made that sort of a thing?
Not strong.
Okay.
Sir, it was influencing my decisions, but nothing in a strong, meaningful way, other than like flavor, like cooking.
Correct.
And all that
flavor
stuff.
is fine. It's a good thing, but it's not enough to earn the point. All right, Amos, what was your belief?
I am a defender of the defenseless.
Okay.
I am carrying around.
Yeah, you champion.
corpse.
No, you champion for the corpse
I'm
when
more
the group.
defenseless than a corpse.
Yeah. All right, Amos, I think you earned it. So mark a fate point. Yes, that's a good example of that. And that was obvious. You made a test. You had to make a laborer test. You sacrificed your cloak. Yada yada. Erber, what was your belief?
I believe that I should not leave the dungeon empty-handed. So
All right.
we're still here.
You're just still here and not out there. So you definitely acted on that. So go ahead and make a mark of fate point. All right. Next, goals. Bob, what was your goal?
Find a way out of the dungeon. We did that.
So you earn a persona point, Bob.
Woohoo!
All right. Sadok, what was your goal?
I want to impress my team with my cleverness.
All right. Team, were you impressed with Sadok's cleverness?
I mean, I am impressed that we got to
I
the
did
door.
egg him on, saying it would have been clever if he got that door, which he did.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? You guys get through the door, and I had I didn't even have. I had to make that room that you're standing in. I had to make that in mid journey while you guys were loading into this because
shoot.
because I didn't have. I was like, "There's no way anyone's getting through this." Between the poison, as if the poison pit trap didn't scare them away the first time, then there's no way they're going back a second time and then trying to decide. Well, you guys did okay. All right, so persona point for you, Sadok. Amos, what was your goal?
Rescue Kurt, the missing shepherd boy.
So he is found, but is he rescued? I don't even know what rescue means if he's dead.
That's up to you. Yeah, I could go either way with this. Like, does that mean get him back to the thing? You found him, persona point. You were in the persona point.
Yes.
If you want to have a goal of like make sure I get his body back to like the family or something like that might be different. But you found him, you have him, you didn't leave him at the bottom of the pit. You get a persona point. You could have been like, I'll tell his parents what happened.
Which is what I wanted.
Could he change his goal to then? That's 1B. I want to bring Kurt's body back.
If we think that has enough danger associated with it to be worthy of it. Erber, what was your goal?
I assume you just change it.
I will find valuable treasure. I found some silver and found a body that I'm going to try to manipulate to be valuable later.
I agree.
You found it. You're good. So mark a persona point. You guys will take what you can get. All right. Instincts. Did anybody benefit from the instinct? I know Sadok just did. So Sadok, you earn a fate point. Anybody else's instinct? Did you guys benefit from it?
Well, mine's
found some
always.
lint, but I couldn't
Was
use
that-
it.
Yeah, I don't think you guys used your instinct really, right?
I did.
Couldn't use it.
Oh yeah, you used your scout even though it cost you a test. And you guys found the tracks and the other party members.
Yep.
Bob, you earned a fate point, and Amos, you did the dirty work. Mark a fate point.
My instinct was, salvage when I can. I
Right.
found lint.
Oh,
I found lint.
I'm going to say that doesn't count. that's not really valuable to the party member. All right. Did anybody Did anybody demonstrate any particularly strong in character gallows humor?
Again, did anyone not do that?
I used the elf or the halfling as a freaking weapon.
No, yeah, no. Well, it's more of like making when you're faced with certain death, having a grim, dry comment, a wry smile, a moment of terror.
I used the halfling as a weapon.
That's
yeah,
that's Dennis's humor at a nutshell.
Right, yes, correct. Dennis, you just permanently get this +1 fate. No, in general, I don't like this. This used to be called embodiment, which is just like, hey, did you do a good job role playing your nature, your traits, your everything? And I think everybody did a great job of that. So everybody mark a fate point.
Okay.
All right, and lastly, we have to vote for an MVP and the workhorse, the team worker, and it cannot be. No, you just can't earn the same. You can't earn MVP and team worker at the same time.
Oh, it could be the same MVP each session.
The MVP is the player who made the critical role of the session.
The critical role. I'm going to go again with Mr. MVP, Dennis. I thought it was you that did the defend roll that got us back during that fight.
It was the defend roll from the shield that got you guys back in that fight.
That and obviously I thought getting Kurt and stuff like that was pretty impactful in general. But but you got to think MVP. You got to think that one critical. I really
role.
thought that if we didn't defend there, we were going to be down to 1 or 2, and I think we were going to win, but we were going to be down to such a bad. It was
right. You win, but you have no gold or silver left. Right.
Yeah, that would have been really bad. And so that's my vote for.
Right. This is a group decision. This is a group vote.
It's
I was prior to that encounter. I thought maybe it was something else, but that single defend roll. I was because of the pace we were moving for that combat. My brain was not working. I can't. I was want to say I don't ever want to do a combat in the hour window just because I don't want. This is not a game I want to rush through.
Mine for sure is combat captain next game.
Yeah, right. Combat. All right, we'll start with a fight. We'll start with a fight, and Ryan can be the combat. All right, Boothby, persona point. All right, team worker or workhorse, the player who worked the hardest to keep the group together. In good shape, the one who helped despite the risks, who spent all their gear, who sacrificed their goals, all to make it work for their companions.
Oh God, Ryan.
So I got 2 there because we got Ryan for I think he sacrificed obviously food, water,
Cooking.
torches.
He burned his cooking for us.
He burned his cooking for us. He almost died. He got sick. He cured his sickness. He was taking on conditions left and right. And then Matt would be for the crossbow that he literally threw away his weapon to save me and Kurt.
Right. Well, I also look at Matt's board. He's got angry and exhausted and sickened.
Matt took on a ton that fight.
Yeah.
Now he's
you know what? I'm going to give it to both of you guys. You guys both did a great job. So Sadok and Erber both earn a persona point.
You guys definitely wheelhoused us through that.
Yeah, so good job. And I was really impressed with everybody. And you guys were creative with your gear, and you were coming up with good solutions and figuring stuff out. Not trying to get free meals, but willing to pay a price in order to get some bonuses. And it worked out really well for you guys. So that was pretty awesome. All right. So for people at home, because you guys can't see it because I deleted all the text box because Roll20 is stupid. All right. So Erber has 2 persona points and has spent none, and has 2 fate points and has spent 2. So in order to get a level, you have to have spent 3 fate and 3 persona, and then go back to town. So Erber's going to have a bunch of a persona for next time. Amos is sitting on 5 fate and 3 persona. So Amos has everything he needs in order to level. He just has to spend it. Karanalas has 2 fate of 3 and 1 persona to go. So he still needs a little bit more if he wants to level up. And lastly, Sadok Settlebelly has 2 persona in the bank, or 1 point of persona in the bank, 2 to spend, 4 fate to spend, 2 total spend. So he also, if he spends very heavily, could potentially be in a situation to level up. But again, you have to spend those points and go back to town. So, all right. Well, that's going to wrap it up. I'm going to stop the recording. So thanks everybody for hanging out with us. And, again, hop into KOLC chat. This is, eventually this will go to YouTube. If you're a member of the YouTube and you want to talk to these guys about their bad plays or their amazing plays, you should definitely join our Patreon. We're having fun. If I made some gross errors or some mistakes, or if you would have done something different to screw them over differently, leave a comment below. Always happy to be pointed out what I did wrong. If you have a real question and we disagree, post it quickly, because I'll ask Luke on Thursday, and Luke and Thor when I talk to them on Thursday.
That's good, yeah.
So thanks everybody, and thanks Bob, thanks Ryan, thanks Dennis, and thanks Matt. All right, guys.